Welcome, chat. Good to see you. Welcome to the WorldCryUK stream. Oh
This has
goodness.
just thrown
So
you. Hi,
it
I'm
has it
Badger.
has a bit.
This is
Yeah, I'm Lord
Phylax.
Phylax. I'm an idiot that doesn't turn his mic on. But yes, no. Welcome to another tournament download. We're gonna be talking about the community catch up a lot faster this time. We're gonna cover some more Warcry news, the WorldCry UK update, some recent tournaments, and then some future events. Now rattle them off faster than like 4 hours this time. So that's gonna be great. And it's not gonna be 2 hours because we've spent 20 minutes just talking
On
into the
mute.
ether on mute, which is unhelpful. But it's great. But yeah, on the community catch up, what we were talking about with Badger was just how great it's been since the FAQ came out and just everything's been revitalized. There's new people asking for advice. Even on my kind of local groups, I've had people show a lot of interest, and the the tournament at Tabletop Scotland as well just put the visibility up so much. We have so many people asking questions, looking into the game, coming over and being like, "Yeah, I heard that the FAQ is out and all of that," and it's great. It's fantastic. Um,
Yeah.
the other thing we talked about is working on the Wikipedia entry for Warcry, the proper Warcry, not the card game. That
Warcry the
is
skirmish game, not Warcry the CCG, which
that's
also
the
had a
one.
PSP game in 2006. Are you
That's
okay?
nuts. No,
It's
you know what? It's the fact that there's like about 20,000 40K games,
yeah.
like online games. And then bless them, Frontier made the uh, Ruined Realms or whatever it's called. And it was just not great. And I'm like, okay, but like someone else can make another one. And no one else is making another one.
Oh no, we had Warhammer Battle for Atlamar, a video game adaptation of the Warcry CCG.
Okay. Uh, don't love it.
It got
So
2.5 out of 5 stars from most people.
that's
So
not great.
that's what we got to live up to.
Yes.
Um,
Well, I mean, that's not difficult, but I mean, I will say Mordheim has a really good video game.
yeah,
But
it's really
yeah,
hit and miss with GW properties in video games.
and
It's
videos in general.
and games.
Although I was gonna say, I watched the not Mortal Round, Sigmar's Toll, the first episode of that. If you've watched the Neve Black Talon show, it's cool, right? So with Neve, with Black Talon, it was a really cool show. But I felt there were episodes in there where they were just kind of doing the thing where you just kind of pull one scene into five to fill time. Um, but it was a very cool show. Sigmar's Toll's even better.
Mm.
I really, really enjoyed it. It's not gonna win any Oscars, but like the story is relatively straightforward. It's Skaven versus Stormcast, so you're not gonna get what's the word particular amounts of depth. But
Yeah,
it's a cool thing. It's really nice. These Stormcast do Stormcast things. I have heard, I have read about people not particularly liking Stormcast, but people can be wrong. It's
I mean,
allowed.
I still think Stormcast they've been laden with a lot of baggage for 10 years of the slurs of being Sigmarines. Um, like there's Age of Sigmar has had to rise from a troubling first year,
Yeah,
and it's gonna take probably another couple of editions till that goes away. Um, the Ruination Chambers, great move. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it gives it a little bit of depth, and I like that. I like that a lot.
feels like we're arriving at where they should have probably started.
Yes. I mean,
Um,
I understand
but
people saying like Sigmarines, but
yeah,
I never particularly disliked that. And I hate Space Marines.
I don't think it's inherently wrong, and most of the people I think hating it are in the same way. It's more hating them as the counterpart to the Ultramarines rather than Space Marines specifically. Is
Ah,
this feeling
yes,
of,
I
oh,
can see that.
here's the super special boys that get 14 lieutenant models, and like, you know, you're gonna start running out of Marines in the Ultramarines who aren't named characters, versus everyone else. So and
I-
I can, unfortunately, some of it's held true if you look at the range of Stormcast versus the range of, say, the Ideneth.
Mhm.
Um, the there's a lot of depth that you could put into the Ideneth bench that just isn't there. Um, so
I think there's a lot of depth you could put in a lot of it, but it's just
yeah,
you need people and time to do that, and yeah. But I think that kind of covers the first part of what we were talking about. So I'm just going to move us on to news for Warcry. So as we said, Hellsmiths are either out or very close to being out,
well, the
depending
models,
on
not the rules.
well the box basically.
Yeah,
Well, yes, not for Warcry, but the box is out for sale. The rules for Age of Sigmar were in there, and the points and all of that. So the book is basically part of it. And yeah, as I said before, it just depends on whether your local store just kind of went, yeah, here you go, which apparently happened quite a lot. But yeah, uh, they look great. Um, I liked the lime green one that they had on the community thing.
oh, the Mountain Dew and Doritos one.
Yes, love
It's
that.
gorgeous. Yeah,
I would never do it myself, uh, but like it was not only was it cool colors, it was also very well put together, like very
yeah.
well done. Uh, so yeah, no, I mean,
I mean,
well done.
the
Uh,
weathering on the
Hilarity
unit,
aside.
the weathering on the unit. I know everyone was focused on the, what is his? My brain's saying Hellbrute. That's not what they're called. Um, uh,
Oh yeah, it's got some
the
sort
big
of
bull,
silly name. Yeah,
Dominator engine.
something like that.
Yeah, but the squad in those same colors. On there, they've got all the dust coming up off the floor, coating the lower
Hmm.
part of the legs and armor. It's very beautifully done. They are.
Yeah,
Um,
I am skipping this one, but uh, oh, if I didn't have already like 300 projects, I'd be very excited about getting that box.
yeah.
But yes, we also have 4 new images that were released on the end of the 10-year anniversary articles, and I have them a bit further down so we can talk about them. Um, hell yeah, more indie tournaments. Like there's been an uptick in tournaments, even more with the FAQ coming out and some spicy models being in it. Um, oh, I have made the executive decision of not going into the FAQ on this. Uh, I mean, we can talk about a couple of things here and there, but I just feel that it would be
It's an episode in its own right.
it's a whole thing. And there's a lot of
Yeah.
people out there that are covering all of this. Like
Meta
ITAN's been
musings. Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah, and Toast, like they've already posted a bunch of stuff about it. And the thing is, I know my limits, right? I'm I'm never gonna put something out that is as like numbers solid as like the analysis that I can will do, or anything as entertaining as Toast will. So I'm leaving it to them, um, and we're staying in our lane for now, of covering the results and the tournaments about it. But yeah, the other thing that I put there was the uptake in new player questions, which is super cool, and we talked about it earlier. So I'm gonna move us on to the 4 pictures. Do you know about this, Badger?
I did see it, yes. I don't think they specified whether it was specific to any particular system. The assumption being it's probably AOS,
Well, I mean, yes.
but like
Yeah.
not that it's Underworlds or Warcry or one of the sub
No.
games. They didn't
Um,
specify one way or the
which
other,
is
really.
very exciting.
Yeah.
But so the rumors were that these are linked to some of the kind of future releases. And I'm not going to go into depth on the rumors that can be found out there, but one of them has to do with the next Warhammer Quest. They have to do with range refreshes, bunch of stuff. But yeah, basically, one of them is Nurgle, one of them is Ogres,
Yep.
one of
Super
them
cool.
is quite obviously like something special for Fire Slayers. And then the last one, I'll be honest, chat. To me, it looks like an Ossiarch gunslinger holding a grenade, right? And that sounds incredible. And I'm bound to be disappointed by whatever this actually is. But my brain just went to Nagash got sick and tired of witch hunters, so he put in a word to create the anti-witch hunters, and that would be absolutely incredible. I would buy it immediately. Um,
I was taking my bet on possibly something more ritualistic. Looking at
oh,
that. Yeah.
oh, they're
I'm
constructs. Why are they doing
yeah,
rituals?
to worship Nagash. I don't know. Like I don't know, it definitely I get the grenade vibes. Um I don't know if that's sending me more towards like a sensor mech
Yeah,
slash grenade. Or whether we're going to go down the alchemist route. Although the cloak on him, I could see some spec ops
and
zombies.
also we
Oh,
had
not zombies, skeletons.
the vitriolic, Lord Vitriolic
Mm.
for Night Hunt. So I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be anything like what I'm hoping, but it's fine.
Oh, it'd be
That's
great if
allowed.
it was.
I
Uh,
mean, maybe, maybe not. I've no idea. Like that's an idea I threw out there. And yeah,
in which case,
who knows?
I'm like, is this going to be just extra goth version of one of the 40k Eldar snipers? Um,
Possibly.
y-
Um,
yeah,
I mean, I was gonna say with all the other stuff, Nurgle got a massive buff in the FAQ.
yep.
Really cool. And getting more models means that range could be fleshed out a little bit.
That's also quite a small looking shield, so it's going to be some more Nurgle light infantry,
Hmm.
um, which I'm here for.
People, I saw the word Order of the Fly, and I don't know enough about Nurgle to know what that means, but people were talking like cavalry, so you might not be far off. Um, Ogres, I'm just excited because the old models were old.
Yeah,
Um, but also just it'll be exciting to see which way they nudge it because I really like the kind of I really like both sides of it, like the endless hunger and then the endless storm chasing them on top of that. Um, but it's uh, it's the fire players I'm most excited about. Because yeah, with ogres we'll probably get like a bit of a tidy up. Usually when there's like a big release or a big range refresh, they go in and they play around with the parent with the faction, which worked wonders for Cities of Sigmar and didn't work wonders for Fleshy Courts. But
Yeah, cities of Sigmar. You just want them to pick up the other cities, so to speak.
well, yeah,
But but let's face it, with the old world, they're not. We know which way they're going. They're dispossessed, and
yeah, but
uh,
you would hope, or at least I would, that they would kind of be a little bit more diverse and just. I don't mind if Dispossessed get into Cities of Sigmar with like refresh models are more kind of cohesive. Um, and I don't know. I think it would be very cool to have like the Mortals faction be like all mixed up.
oh, I would love it. I don't know that they're going to commit those resources to that if they're then focusing on bringing dwarves back to the old world.
Huh.
You've got the Hellsmiths, you've got KO, you've got Fire Slayers. Um, like
Yes.
I would
Yeah, I
dig
see
it
your
to be
point.
more varied, but from what they've shown so far, they seem to like the idea of the mortal cities, really focusing on humans. Um, which I agree. I think it's a miss. Um, also having the Dark Elf covens and the like, um, that don't
Yeah.
end up under Marathi. There's a lot of space you could play with having like them interplaying with each other, so that you've got the dwarven engineers, you've got the human footmen, you've got the dark elves who don't want to go to Marathi, who are like stealth specialists.
Hmm.
Like you could interplay a lot of that. Um, but I think with the old world now being quite a big thing, we know we're probably more likely to push them off there and just focus on the ones that have a very distinctly AOS identity.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I don't know. But what I do know is Fire Slayer's looking cool.
yeah,
Um, it seems a lot more like the Flame Seekers, basically. So that aesthetic is really good. And there was a lot of chat about Fire Slayers not not having a good time this edition. So seeing that, very cool. The Warcry faction of Fire Slayers could do with a little bit of a nudge. I tried playing them. I tried like doing well with them and just kind of enjoying the game. And it's they're missing a little bit of something. And the same way that like um if you played uh Nurgle Mortals before the buff,
yeah,
they just felt like they were missing something. So I'm hoping that whatever new units and whatever new stuff comes through, that just kind of captures that.
yeah.
And
I'm hoping it's going to be. There's not much diversity in the current Fire Slayers range. Um, it doesn't feel like, because I mean it's in their nature, isn't it? Like their characters are great, and the Magmadroth is beautiful,
yeah,
but then it's kind of like with you've got three different infantry squads of
yeah,
melee weapons. Like,
of 47 different naked dwarves holding different weapons.
yeah, like I know you can't deviate that much from it, but I would not hate seeing a decent Fire Slayers range unit. Like, not to completely bypass one of their weaknesses, but something that plays around in that space. Um, yeah, particularly the Fire Slayers, give them flamethrowers.
Oh, they have it. The Auric Flamekeepers.
Is that
They
the
have
Auric
like
Hearth? The Hearthguard. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Heartguard,
yeah,
sorry. Yes.
yeah. No,
So
you're right.
they do have that, but like the thing is, right? and this is not going to happen,
I
chat,
just don't see it
but
about.
there's so much space in there's so much space. If you don't know where to go with them, right? There's so much space in the body horror side of it. Because if you think about it, they take runes and just slam them on themselves,
Yeah.
right? Like, you know how the Korgorath becomes monstrous by just devouring skulls?
Oh yeah, you
You
want something
can't
that's
tell me
rune
that
mad.
someone, yeah, just like absolutely covered in runes and like jacked, like 12 feet tall dwarf that is just power mad. And they're like, that one we just kind of throw at the enemy. We just airdrop them.
That would
Don't worry
be
about it.
real neat, actually.
Right. Like there's a lot of
And
space
visually
if you
different.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
because
if you
that's the
don't
thing.
sorry, you go.
No, I was just gonna say that's the thing is I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh yeah, the Orc Hearthguard just vanished into the sea of uh, ginger dwarves with what looks like heavy weapons.
Yes.
Whereas yeah, doing something that is like a monstrous dwarf, that's just roid raged. Um,
Yeah.
or
Too
give
much
me
godly essence.
give me some sort of flaming catapult. I'll also take that. Or a
True.
dwarf catapult. Fling dwarves at people.
Do kind of love that. Um but yeah. Um awesome. Right. Uh moving swiftly on. And this is a very quick one. I love him. That's it, chat. Look at him. He's so wide. So wide. Not even a Chaos Lord. Just an
Yeah.
exalted hero of chaos. Just barely above an aspiring champion. It's right in between. 185 points for nothing. A Chaos Lord is cheaper than him. But you know, when you get him and you play him, the opponent looks at you and goes, that's so suboptimal. What's happening? And then you win the game. That's it. You just throw them off. So incredible power move. I'm 100% buying it on release. No two ways around it.
It's just
Um,
such a classic looking model.
yeah,
Like it's a front of a book.
yeah,
Chaos
no.
champion.
Toast immediately just went, he's got Chrome vibes. And I went, yes. Chrome is one of the kind of older models, like still the kind of metal,
Hmm.
one of the first ones, Chrome the Conqueror. Very similar helmet, sword and shield. It's not nearly as wide. But yeah, just
That
that's it. I'm not gonna talk about it long. Just
oh, it
love him to
just look
bits.
it looks like old fantasy being modernized, and it's
Yes,
great to see it.
yeah. No, 100%, 100%. Right, it's our news, and our news are that we are so tired. But listen,
Let us
Defiant was
rest.
Defiant. We will not rest. Defiant was successful. Defiant was great. Like the feedback that we got was great. Uh, the match play was a bit low on numbers, but it was not low on competition. It was very fun, some very interesting lists, and then the narrative was just fantastic, just very fun, very flavorful. And again, like just a big, massive thank you to yourself, Badger, for making the missions for Defiant, and to
For
the
the match
third,
play,
yes, for
the
the match
narrative
play. The
set the pack.
narrative, it was my wonderful wife and the third person in WorldCry UK, Jess, my wife. And she fell onto the narrative, like dove into it, designed all the custom tournament packs that we had for everyone to just kind of track everything, because there's quite a lot in narrative, and especially of Ashen Memory being such a such a rich pack with a lot of like a lot of fun design space stuff. Um, but yeah, no, it was great. Really enjoyed it. Um, and yeah, we had a lot of interest. We had a lot of kind of visibility, given that obviously Tabletop Scotland has like thousands of people going to it. Um, we had a lot of people like admiring the boards, which speaking of, big thanks to Vangs from the Edinburgh Warcry community who came along, and she, she she's always been really heavy into the narrative and has some really, really cool boards that were very kind of really matched the scenario. So yeah, Banks brought 6 tables, six, five, four, a bunch of tables that were like just beautiful. Um and we have like a bunch of pictures that I have later to show everyone, but also on WorldCryUK tournament galleries. Or if you go to the website and you go to tournament galleries, we have an entry for Defiant 2025, which has a selection of pictures, and then it has the links to the gallery, to the event picture gallery, and the warband photography, because really pretty warbands,
Just
really
post the
pretty
link to the
warbands.
tournament galleries in the chat.
Very nice, very nice. Thanks, Badger. Um, and we are not done. I mean, do you have anything you want to say about Defiant?
I mean, honestly, I just loved, yeah, the match play, getting my first mission pack, full mission pack on the table. It was really good to get feedback on it as well, on the different interpretations of people, because you play test stuff in your local area and everyone kind of has a hunch of what you mean anyway,
Hmm.
or like we've all played the same third-party missions to be inspired from. So no, it was really good. And the narrative, I think me and Jess now want to co-op on some collab on some narratives, because she has such a good time putting it together, and I love putting flavor into missions, even for match play. I can't help it.
Yeah.
So my match play pack kind of had a narrative to it anyway, which I'm like, maybe I should just put that together fully. So yeah, expect more WorldCry UK specific narrative packs in future. Um, and I think the other thing was the interesting observation that when you put the two events on at Tabletop Scotland, the narrative being a bunch more popular kind of
Hmm.
fits in with the Tabletop Scotland vibe, because there's a few competitions there, but it's not like UK games where there's just a hall full of tournaments.
Yeah.
Tabletop Scotland is a very chill event. I can't recommend it enough for people, particularly going to your first con. It's so low pressure. Like there's, I mean, it's still at the size that you can get around and see everything. But it's just there's not really any stressing about anything. You're not, yeah, being shouted at by security. You're not, not like that often
Yes.
happens, but you know what I mean. Like it's very chill. Um,
No, I know exactly what you mean, because like juxtaposing UK Games Expo, where we were like frantically running around in a sea of people, and like um yeah, Tabletop Scotland has a lot more space for the amount of people that it has. Just still like a wild amount. Like they grew 10% year on year this time. And that's still like a mad amount of people. Um but yeah, as you said, it's just I always try to have the tournaments later in the day. And the reason for that is, especially this year, our entry was free basically, and that meant that someone, because already you're getting your ticket to the event, you want to be able to at least attend the event, right? So that's why I always try and put the tournaments later in the day. We started this one, the match play we started at 1. And then the narrative started like 10:30, which is as late as we could put it. And the main reason is you want to go around and have a look at the event, um, go through the stalls and just kind of see everything
Meet the
that's available.
designers.
Yes. So yeah, no, 100%. But I'm really happy that we got some really good feedback on your missions because they were really, really good, really fun. Everyone really enjoyed them. I was gonna say on the match play, the reason why we had such low numbers, and I say such low number, like it was 6 very good players. But the main reason I think is LGT. Um,
2 reasons.
well, yes,
It's the LGT and the FAQ coming out so close to the event. I think
yes,
that you had people wondering whether it's worth them putting the competitive energy to a game.
yeah,
And then once the FAQ does drop, you've got people going, I don't have time to get to grips with it all.
yeah, because
Um,
then you have to like get everything painted and all that. I mean, that is
correct
a
your
very good
points.
point. Yeah.
But GT definitely is the London GT took a lot of the southern players that would otherwise travel up.
Yes.
We know that.
And also, I think there's just so many people that don't know about Typical Scotland, and it's a shame, honestly, because
Oh
it's
yeah,
such a good event.
I rep it everywhere I can.
A
To
hundred
the,
percent.
I've in fact multiple times during the weekend I was accused of being on the pay. Both
Yeah.
for TTS and for certain exhibitors there. So
Hey, we like what we like. What can we say?
yeah,
But yeah, awesome. Moving on to Lord of the 8 points. I'm very excited. I have new terrain. I'm painting more terrain for it. I've got finally the boxes to put it in, and I'll be coming down. We are coming up to the last few tickets, uh, which is wild to me, because we have an allocation, and it's one of these things where if people want to, um, if people want to get tickets and it's sold out, do get in touch. We are running a wait list, uh, but it's just really good to see it be so busy. And for once, me releasing the tournament pack nice and early,
mm,
I think it's really helped.
that does definitely help.
I think I'm gonna try and do it more often.
People like knowing
Um,
what they're gonna play.
yeah, 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 I can't even tell you why I'm just so indecisive with missions, but I think um, that's something I'm working on. Um, the other really cool surprise for me was Warcry in the West. Uh, it's a tournament by Andy and I think Holly as well, and it's happening down in Bristol, November 16th. Very excited. I genuinely thought that my last tournament would be Storm in the South, and I botched that. But 2-2 is fine, but like I was, if, I'm not happy with round one. Hey, Andy. Andy's in the chat, right on time. But yeah, no, it's to say Warcry in the West is a tournament that's happening in Bristol by some really, really good friends down south. And I'm very excited to attend and to probably take Blades of Corn. Just try the Bloodbound. I've been so excited
Death
to
Brow.
play him. Right? It has to. I have to. Like, I have to.
It is
Um,
rude.
it
It's a
is,
rude ability.
well, funny though.
It is funny, but you just as long as you apologize after killing them.
Yes. But I will say, like, on my first game, when I saw that, I went, so chat, I used to play a list of Bloodbound, right? And it was the Axe, Slaughter Priest, uh Porgy, Gore Hulk, and then a bunch of Blood Reavers. And when the two new models came out, I went, so I can just take two models out, put two models in, and that's us. Because the Slaughter Priest 3435, it's a good tank, but it's not gonna really chew through stuff. Whereas putting the Deathbringer in and then also retaining the power of the Slaughter Priest with the Ritualist, and then getting an extra triple on top of that, wonderful. Um, and the first time I played it, and people are probably sick and tired of me saying that, especially in the chat, in the Discord. I played it on a stream with Toast. At which point I pulled his leader in to my Deathbringer. I did it on a quad 2, and I rolled 2 6s. I will remember this for the rest of my life. That's gonna be with me, right? Just the insanity of rolling 2 dice and getting 2 6s and seeing a 42 wound or 48 wound model that is the size of my head go. That's a rush I'll be chasing for the rest of my life.
Now you just
That's
need to
great.
do that in a tournament.
Well, I'll be trying. I will
When you
absolutely be
score
trying.
that on a monster, someone's gonna get so bitter.
Andy's saying in the chat, I can't imagine what you think went wrong with round 1 of Storm in the South. I thought it was great. Yes, Andy. I'm sure you and your Tyrant and your and your Molag had a really great time turning my Stormcast into crushed cans. But I mean, I really enjoyed the game. I just know that the way I enjoyed the game, which was like a good old scrap, was not the way to play that. But I did enjoy it. It was really fun, and I did get the Tyrant. So, but yeah, no, it was very fun. Um, so we'll see. I'm very excited about Warcry in the West. I'll be going down. This time unburdened by terrain, possibly, which is going to be nice.
Yeah,
Uh,
wait and see. You will inevitably offer to be helpful.
I mean, I always do, but there's enough groups. So this is the thing that I really love. Like, as groups are developing and more and more people are joining, like it's becoming easier. And that's the thing. Like, I'm just very excited for more and more kind of local tournaments, because I will put everything in my little trolley and travel. If there's a train station near you, I will bring my terrain and run a tournament at your place. But it's a lot easier and better when I don't have to. So yeah, it's good stuff. Awesome. I will move us on to the actual coverage of our events. So we're going to start with the match play, run by WorldCryUK, yours truly, both of us. NGES at Tabletop Scotland. It was 3 missions and 6 players, and we were running Badger's first pack. Can see a picture of the winners. Netherlands. Niven's in the chat. I'm in the Netherlands, and there's a train station.
Let me just look.
I mean, I like going to the Netherlands, so possibly. But I was gonna say you are very close to Denmark, and there are very good tournaments in Denmark, as we're gonna cover in a bit. And also, I've seen firsthand that the train system in the continent is great. So yeah,
You can get the Eurostar
possibly.
straight from London to Amsterdam.
There's also, but I've taken the overnight boat. That was fun.
You serious? Sorry, less than 5 hours. 4 hours 17 minutes to get from Amsterdam to London.
So it only takes us like 10 hours to get there. See, like, Niven, you're joking, but like,
We will turn up at your house with Warcry terrain.
there's clearly no limits to our madness. But yes,
stopped only by our wives.
The voices of reason. Yes, correct. But yes, so covering our winners.
Guys.
So at first spot we had Yolane, Manda Square, Anthony running Nurgle Demons, a really, really good list with the new Underworlds warbands, if I'm not mistaken. Let me open. I usually have notes, but I completely forgot to put the notes on this one. So we have yes. So we have we'll cover this in a bit because I have the pictures of the warbands. But yes, Yolane, Manda Square coming up day one, like actually battering everyone on a 3-0, coming first. In second place, we had Dimitri with Slanesh Demons and a non-Vexmore Slanesh Demons, which is wild for the current meta. Going to 1. Cavalry-centric Slanesh Demons. Very well played as well. And then on third place, we had a friend of the channel, Wargames on Toast, going 2-1 with a 5-man Ruination Chamber list, which was very unorthodox. Then Callum with another 5-man Ruination Chamber list, getting Best Painted, and then Wargames on Toast winning favorite player over Anthony on a dice, not on the dice roll. I made them do rock, paper, scissors. So we're on the same amount of votes. So that is why Toast in that picture looks so happy holding both of the medallions. A very hard fought tournament. I was going to say the missions that we had ended up being, if I can find them, Beckoning Crown, the Carmine Comet, and Smog of War, which was very fun, I think. The Beckoning Crown is one of my favorites. And then Carmine Comet is such a good kill mission.
We will be putting out an updated version of the pack with clarifications on the wording of the Carmine Comet, but just to make it clearer how the maths is done. And I'm going to go into, like, for future packs as well as this updated one, like underlying and bolding certain words that people miss, like the first of something in a round. There's just things that are so easy to gloss over.
Yeah.
But the Carmine Comet it's such a fun risk reward interplay in it.
It's Yeah, no, 100%. But it's one of these things where I did the formatting for the thematicness of the tournament pack, and it's shown me how difficult it is, um, because you want I want to use the cool like typesets, but then you only have underline, you have nothing else.
Yeah,
Like there's no bold, there's no anything else. So yeah, it's something that uh I think your idea was great to have like the formatted pack and then the unformatted pack for
it's a
easy reference.
fundamental basics of accessibility and publications.
Yes, yes. It's something we're both very well acquainted with. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it was good. Um, my favorite bit is the fact that the missions are very enjoyable, and all we're doing at this point is like topping and tailing like little details. I
Yeah.
say we, it's mainly you. Uh, but yeah, it's I think it's a testament to how good your design is that we put them out and they were like done, sorted. They were just
Yeah.
they just hit the mark immediately. So yeah, I'm very happy. Everyone seemed to be enjoying them. So again, well done to you.
Thank you.
This is a stream where we just kind of congratulate each other.
Welcome to the victory lap stream.
Hey, I mean, you
It's gonna be
gotta,
so much
right?
worse after London GT.
Oh, good. Yes. You thought I was smug after the FAQ. I did yesterday. Speaking of smugness after the FAQ, I did yesterday get a remind me from the remind me bot in Reddit. That someone because someone had done a post about like Warcry be discontinued, and I put a remind me and I said, "Is Warcry discontinued, or did you just not have enough patience?" And it rang, and I was like, "Yes." I went in, person's deleted their account. I was so sad. I'm not
uh,
getting. I mean, I'm still getting the laugh, but just
you,
sadness.
yeah, you're a Warcry player. You want to be happy at someone else's expense.
I don't think that has anything to do with being a Warcry player. I think that just has to do
Sorry,
with me being a
let's
bad
be
person. Uh,
a Deathbringer player.
did you not have the mute button, right? I can just.
I know you have the mute button. You have
Well, yes.
misused
I
it.
don't know how to use it, but yes. Um.
I
Oh.
look forward to the rest of the stream of just me talking.
Uh, moving swiftly on. Anthony's list, Nurgle Demons. This was
With
a
Vex
very
War.
yes, but this was this. So this picture was like what's the word? It was just set like that. So on the one hand is all the regular plague bearers, and on the other side is all the new plague bearers.
Yeah.
But you can see because they have different bases. But yeah, it was basically the list was where is it? It was Lasavir, Vexmore, uh, two plague bearers, Nurglings, a poxbringer, and then Bug-Eye Dripterus. Oh, just the names. Magady Strug and Slunge.
Slunge.
Slunge is just what a name. But yeah,
Blessings on
they
everything except Dripterus.
were there
Yeah.
actually. I just missed them. Yes. So might,
Yeah.
fortitude, ferocity, resilience, fortitude.
He
Oh, the
really tuned
plague
it.
bears. Yeah, plague
Yeah.
bears being on fortitude is just upsetting.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, 9 units with those amount of points. Pretty good. Pretty good. Um, Vexmore's, as always, it beats Vic. And then you have enough plague bears and the rest of it to go around, and the new warband is pretty good for that kind of stuff. So yeah, just very well piloted, very well piloted by Anthony. Just getting that first place. In second place, the Slanesh Demons warband. As you can see, we have Infernal Rapturous, which is just a cool model, just a really cool model. Fiend, Vice Leader, Hellstrider with Clawspear, Hellstrider with Hellscourge, and a Mind Stealer Sphinx. Like hyper elite, but everything has something. The Enrapturous will cut down your attacks. The Fiend and the Hellstriders have a great amount of movement. And then the Vice Leader has a lot of attacks. And the Sphinx is there both to kill and to do like one of the 3 mechs that has or something. And yeah, Dimitri's been playing this list a lot, which is a big argument for what I always say is list building is one thing, but like you have to play your list a whole lot so that you can properly learn it, and then you can do really well with it. Any thoughts?
I'm trying to remember, is this an edit on his Edinburgh list, adding this Phylax in?
We can actually see that.
Yeah,
I think the Sphinx was in
Was
the
it?
Edinburgh one.
I didn't play against him in Edinburgh. I played against Nacho's Hedonites instead.
The Sybarites, yeah. No. Yes. No, it was all Hellstriders. But
yeah,
the
Sphinx is a tuning. Yeah.
Yes. The reason why I thought it wasn't is because there was a session in between in Edinburgh where Dimitri was trying out the Sphinx. Because we had a 3-person game that was quite good. But yeah, that was a Sphinx being on that session. So yeah, it's just kind of seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, and just kind of improving on it. But for me, it's always anyone that plays on the 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 pieces, always fantastic. I'm always very impressed. And I'm a big fan of Elite,
That terrain piece is also gorgeous, by the way.
It's great, and I'd like to say, whoever I bought it from, I have not adjusted it. It was that well painted from them. I'm not taking any credit. But it is, it's very well designed. It's very well painted, and I've gotten a lot of use out of it. So, thanks. But yeah, lastly, Toast. So the Ruination Chamber that isn't Ruination, it's kind of sacrosanct, but you kind of have to play it as Ruination, because otherwise it's not giving you a chance to get where you need to go. But yeah, it is the Sacronation Chamber, a Reclusion Prime, a Griff Crow, an Errant Quester with Grand Hammer, an Evocator Prime on Celestial Dracoline with Blade and Staff, +1 attacks, a Reclusion, and another Griff Crow. So that's a 6-man list with 2 Reclusions, the Grand Hammer, Errant Quester, which is the Prime, and then the Evocator Prime on the Dracoline. In the past, we've had Dracoline lists, in the past. I think like near the start of the edition, you would have like 2 or 3 Dracoline lists, and Hyper Elite, and it was Alpha Strike lists. Basically, you wanted to get on your opponent's deployment, kill something, do the double for like bonus attack or bonus move on kill, and just strike first, strike hard, strike fast, kill a bunch of stuff, and then just have the movement to go wherever you want. Because I'm pretty sure the Dracoling doesn't have the mounted keyword, so it can climb things,
Yeah,
which is scary. Um, so yeah, just a very good list. Um, a very elite list. Uh, it's been funny talking to Toast while he's been playing this, because one of his main feedback bits of feedback was elite lists are just so reliant on the dice. If the dice go your way, you have a great time. But if the dice don't go your way, you don't even have the bodies to like contest things. And it's very much an elite list needs to level the playing field as quickly as possible.
yeah,
Um, and my response was the gif from James Franco when they're both getting hung, and he's like, first time. Because that's been my entire life, just playing Stormcast and just getting just just either really good rolls and winning tournaments, or really bad rolls and going 2-2.
yeah.
Um,
Taking one or
so
two pieces out of a Stormcast list just it pretty much settles, particularly if it's objective or treasure.
yeah,
You just don't have the models on the table for it. Um,
and
it's
you don't have the movement shenanigans either. So like, if you can run around them, run around them. They
yeah.
can't get to you. They can't kill enough of you fast enough, and then you just yeah, just
Or
can't
if
play
you've got
around.
a big piece that you can use to just control a chunk of the board,
Hmm.
like you can draw too many of them into focusing on one guy. That can, yeah. There's a lot of things you can do to just kind of new to them.
Hmm.
It's but they're tough enough that, and to be fair with this, with the Dracoline, the mobility that he gets with that, um, really does help swing it in his favor.
Yeah,
Particularly coming up against lists with more chaff. He wants chaff to eat through to get mobility, and then he becomes real scary.
yeah, yeah. Because it's the movement of a Dracoline is some ridiculous like 8 or 10, and it's a big enough piece that you can like block entire areas with it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so
but I will.
you don't want to be feeding him a chaff piece to then jump on something much more
No,
important.
no. Because then, yeah, exactly. Then the I think it's a double. Um,
Yeah,
is gonna mean that you just kind of um you're extending the reach basically. But I will say Toast had a difficult path, because it was first round Oran Golem, second round Renation, like Callum's list, and then in the end, fighting Anthony, who as a very good player probably just completely pressed the advantage of 9 bodies over 6. So
yeah.
yeah,
I can't remember whether that one, how Vexmore behaved in that one, because you got to be worried for Vexmore when you got something like the Dracoline that can chop
yes.
across the board.
Yeah, but
Um,
also you're not gonna throw your Dracoline immediately in, because you know you're not gonna kill
yes,
Vex more than one. Um. So
yeah. So
yeah, no, it's
if he managed to pin the Dracoline down and get Vexmore in there, then
mm,
that's nice. Yeah. I need to revisit, chat to them about how that actually went down. I think I missed that match.
yeah, yeah, no, 100%. I mean, we were gonna have Anthony
I
tonight,
disappeared early.
um, but scheduling meant that we couldn't. But it's gonna be we're probably gonna have Anthony in one of the future ones to talk about.
Oh yeah.
A lot of this stuff. Moving on to best painted was Callum. Incredible ruination colors. The reds are super vibrant. The metal is really nice, and there's a lot of chipping. It's just they're just wonderful models. Wonderful models, and it was very well deserved. And then our favorite opponent again was Toast, as we said before. So yeah, great tournament. Looking forward to running again next year. Get your tickets to Tabletop Scotland 2027, 2026. Oh, skipped one. But yeah, we'll probably be there. Almost definitely. So
Where else would we be?
right, it's in our backyard. But yeah. Moving on. Of Ashen Memory. So this was a narrative Sunday event again by ourselves in I say Glasgow, UK. It's not. It's Edinburgh, UK. But yes, 3 missions, 12
Just trying to
players.
claim everything.
I know. And it's the Of Ashen Memory narrative pack. I had a chat with the Serpent Slave, who is the person that wrote the pack and released it on Reddit. And you can find all of their stuff at Warcry.games. And there's a lot of cool stuff there. They're a prolific kind of narrative pack, and like they each releases a lot of stuff. But I was in touch and I sent a bunch of pictures and stuff and had a chat. Very happy about seeing the pack run, about seeing the pack kind of bring people together. The main reason why I selected it early on was just the theme really resonating with me, because we play our war bands and our war bands have died countless times. So actually dealing with a narrative where your warband has died for the last time, and there's this deep primal need to leave something behind, is just yeah, is just, I don't know, it really resonated with me. We've got Anthony in the chat. Hello, sir. How you doing? Yeah, you just missed it. We were just saying how nice it would be to have you on for that. But yeah,
But sadly, he couldn't be here tonight.
yes. But in the chat. But yes. Well, it's funny because we are moving into I think we might be able to have our secret guest after all.
This is what you clock in for.
Well,
I
funnily
see
enough,
you trying to get a Deathbringer on Murfield Miniatures.
what's that?
just sorry, you trying to get a Deathbringer.
That's a different. Yes. So chat. That's a different Deathbringer. Murfield Miniatures is a favorite for me because I get a lot of my minis secondhand. So there's every Monday there's posts about minis that are in, and it's an exalted Deathbringer. So it's not the Deathbringer because I've got the Deathbringer. The exalted Deathbringer is the one with the dagger.
Okay.
And it's the dagger, the spear, and it's just really cool. I just really like the model, so I've just put in to get it.
I clearly need to work on my encyclopedic knowledge of minis. You've got
Oh
that
yeah,
side
there's
covered.
like
I'm,
there's like
I'm
a
much.
million. There's a
Yeah,
million Deathbringers.
I filled my brain space not with army lists, but with the freaking rule interactions and stuff.
Yes.
So
Well, while
different ways
I
to waste our brains.
so while I sort out getting Alex into not getting Alex, getting Anthony into this chat. Alex is already in this chat.
Hi.
Do you, do you wanna talk about of Ash and Memory?
Sure. Um, shall we jump through to positions, or do you want to cover the
No,
theming
I
of it?
mean if you the thing that I found like really cool for me was just all the extra work that Jess did
Oh yeah,
on the setup,
the presentation.
which is 100% worth talking about.
Yeah. It's something we really want to, I think, focus on for future narratives because it elevated it massively. Each player having their own folio to take away to record their misdeeds was absolutely stunning. And yeah, I think the presentation, Jess, particularly for the little treasures, what were they called? Blessings. Um,
Yes, it was
I wrote down a particular term for them.
lesser and greater artifacts.
Yeah.
Um,
Having those on the backs of leaves. The theming was just through both the pack and the decor was absolutely stunning. It's oh
is my typing coming through?
no, I think you're okay.
Okay.
I'm just getting myself distracted by it. I'm trying to remember what the missions were. So the first mission, I think that's one of them where we had to clarify. See, my memory is going to be for the clarifications.
Hmm.
'Cause it was beautifully put together, but there was, I think, that it was possible to, because it didn't set a maximum round count on the first mission,
Yes.
and it was possible to basically get in a draw position and then never end the game,
Yes.
which would have been very fitting for players to be stuck in purgatory. But
It- yes. I mean, it would have been very fitting, but like we didn't want that to be
the end of the
yeah,
tournament.
the actual yeah. Um but and that's exactly what happens when you don't look at the missions and I do. Because that was completely me just reading through the missions and being like, yeah, that'll be fine. And it was chat, not it was not fine. Uh it was not fine, and it was actually very annoying. But we got there in the
It
end.
was just one of those classic cases of experienced Warcry players just defaulting to, if it doesn't say so, it's 4 rounds.
Yeah.
You know, but
So wait, and you give me a second. We are very oop, 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 oop. We do have Anthony on the chat. Not in yet. So I am gonna
put him live.
yeah. Right. Doing all of this live, people. It's great. So let's open that. And this should hopefully work. And we are going to transform, and we're going to transition this, and ta-da!
Are supposed to see me now?
Yes. there's a little bit of a delay, and you probably want to mute the stream.
Oh, that's fine. I already muted the stream. Don't worry, buddy. Hi,
Lovely.
everyone.
A professional.
Well, say welcome to Anthony, Yolane, Manda Square.
Hi, Anthony.
Hi, Mom. I'm on YouTube.
How are you, good friend?
I am good. I am full. I just came back from dinner, so had like way too much food for one person. It was great. I'll do it again.
I mean, I was going to say that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it was great. That was really good.
I was going to say, we have already covered very quickly your list on the first, on the match play, but I don't know if you wanted to have a little chat about it, how you found it, because it is a new list, right? It's full of the new Underworld models, and the pictures came out great. So yeah, but I was wondering if you had anything you wanted to talk to us about for that list.
Well, I think for me, at least the similar vibe of the list is from the first nerf of Nurgle when the Plague Bearer went from 55 to 60 points or something. And it was Soul TC that said, oh yeah, Nurgle is gone now. And I was like, wait a minute, I still have a list to try, buddy. So I just decided to take that list just for the fun of it, right? So it was just Plague Bearers instead of those guys. And I was like, well, if the game lethality is going down because we nerf some of the big guys that are very annoying, this list can come back. Like, it's still playable. It's still a good list, I think, but it's not as good as it used to be due to how the meta has changed and how it has shifted, right? But I also wanted to try the new toys, and I was like, how can I try the new toys in a way that play within that list? And because the new toys of Node were very cheap at the end of the day, and I spam everyone with Fortitude Blessing, it was a very resistant and very solid list along the way. And the whole point of the list is just to allow Vexmore and Laxvia to do their job with a Poxbringer every now and then to do some pox shot or some big damage, because of 4-4-2-5 now that counter is actually really good.
Yeah.
So it's that combination of those two. I think at the end of the day, Vexmore was really good. Okay, always. But I think Laxvia was the best piece in my list, which is weird to say. Because while my little guys were running around doing their things, waiting, using the double for the rolls and the memes, I think I managed to get one at 3 counter. That was great. Didn't do anything. It died instantly after. Vashtis was the one that's able to go from A to B and kill stuff and actually impact the game more. And I think that's due to the change in counter. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Vashtis a bit more those days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. It's the big kind of profile. It's a lot of attacks, but like as a result, it was really easy to basically like be countered to death. And if that's not a risk anymore, then 100% that's
six attack, strength 3. It's like
I give her might.
Yeah, it's boosted, but even then, 6 attack, strength 4 into the certain armies. That's with the old counter. That would have been rough.
Oh yeah, like usually when I played before in tournaments, I used to just try to wait the time where their fighter were out of activation to go for the chaff, because otherwise you die instantly. You used to die instantly, and now you're like, well, I don't really care if you counter or anything. I'm gonna butcher you anyway. And she has the triple, so if you really need her to do the work on the big Stormcast, you can, because she's gonna have a bonus attack action, 6 attacks, and the Stormcast is gonna be a toughness 1.
Yeah.
So like you're gonna deal some amount of damage to a 20 wound fighter. It's like a solid fighter usually. People are gonna be surprised by this. I didn't use it during the tournament because the time I play against a Tolkien against Toast, I played the waiting game. I'm not fighter, he had 6. That was a waiting game. The Slaanesh list was my hardest matchup because everything was moving so fast, and he has that triple that's basically Tearing Bite, right? So that just goes through my chaff like butter. I can't remember what was my first game actually. But yeah, like that, I think against Stormcast, my Laxivia would have done more work than Vexmore at the end of the day, because Toast was able to place himself, so Vexmore was doing some back and forth in the field, doing nothing else than just looking cool, I guess.
Your first game was Iron Golems.
Iron Golems. Yeah, I mean, that was fine. I had more fighters. I was able to kill
Wait,
the
no, it
stuff that
wasn't.
needed to be
Sorry.
killed.
Sorry, it wasn't. I'm looking at Toast. It was also Stormcast. It was the Ruination.
Oh, yes. Now, the
Right.
miniature
Yes.
examination is my main army, so I looked at him and went, yeah, I know how you're gonna play, and that was it.
Yep. So you fought two Ruination lists on the way to the champion.
But yeah, I think those new Nurgles are like 5 to 10% better than Plague Bearer, just for the sake that their damage is more consistent and less spiky.
Mhm.
But they're not breaking the game or anything, they're just fun pieces. I think Sludge is the one that I'm like, why is it cheaper? I'm not gonna complain, because I love him, but why is it cheaper, right? 5 points cheaper, okay, sure, I'll take him. But I don't think they're gonna change anything. It's a fun list. For me, it's a fun list. I don't think it's gonna go above it's not gonna push Nurgle Demons above what they are right now.
So Slunge just 5 points because he's 1 inch range. Is that the only difference? Yeah. Yeah. 1 inch versus 2 inch on a 3-3-2-2.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
exactly.
Ah,
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's good to see, like, as soon as an FAQ comes out and it brings new models, someone to immediately be like, oh, I know how this fits in, and just immediately just goes in. So
I love that
really,
there's like an entire class of fighter essentially that's got really benefited from the counter. Because I know some people were saying, oh, I
yes,
don't think counter was a problem. It's like, well, there's just like this little suite of fighters that have been sitting there waiting because they, yeah, getting knocked out to counter just kind of sucked.
Yeah, it was always a bad feeling when you were knocked out of counter because you always like I don't know. It doesn't feel fair, does it?
And it's not the way you want to. You want people to be swinging at each other, not
Yeah.
playing the game of, well, I'm going to use all my activations just to counter you.
I remember it was in the South too. I played against the Skaven list that ended up third, I think. And I basically tried to kill a rat with a reclusion and
Mhm.
roll a bunch of ones.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
reclusion dealt to himself more damage than the rat had life. And I was like, that doesn't sound right. That's not
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
yeah, that's the classic one, isn't it? But um, but yeah, so this brings us up to date to where we were before, and it was it's funny to go. Ovation Memory was great. Was set up. Custom pack to keep everyone up to date. Losing in the first and second round basically gave you a lesser and a greater artifact in the subsequent rounds, and basically all of it was physical. So there were physical packs, and then all the artifacts were on leaves, and just just great. But guess who won that? That guy.
He did it again with a different list.
With a
The worst is
different
that
list.
I literally came because you were like, oh yeah, just join the tournament or something. You have nothing else better to do, right? I went, sure, whatever. Grab some Stormcast from your shelf, and yeah, didn't read the mission until the day itself. So it's not like I built the list for it. It just ended up to happen that the last mission was great for me. I think the last mission was the thing that gives everyone +1 attack, right? So you give my Liberator +1 attack.
Yep.
When you can get +1 attack, +1 strength, and everything that is a crit, everything you hit is a crit when the thing has 25 wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will do it. Like the last mission was just so so there are 3 missions, right? On that. And they all have their own twist. Each mission has 2 twists. And in the second game, they're relatively light. Normal. and then the first mission being the moment of dying, and then the struggle for form, and then the dimming light is kind of like
Brutal.
the kind of blowout fight, the big like combat, and it is +1 to all ability dice, and then +1 to attacks, and you also get 3 wild dice on round 1 or 2 wild dice on round 1.
Oh, you get 2 world dice on round 1, yeah, because you get
Yeah.
1 power round.
And you also have your lesser and greater artifacts. So it's like it's a big blowout fight, and still.
I think I played, yeah, that the last game was very lethal for everyone involved. I got a Mindseer's 3 ranks throwing at one of my Stormcasts, and the Stormcast just almost disappeared instantly. It was crazy. That's what made it fun, right? It was way more deadly than usual.
Yes. So yeah, that was fighting Dimitri on round 3.
Yes.
So yeah, no, it's just absolutely insane. But yeah, so on the second game we had about 12 players. So in the first place we had Anthony, and then we had a slightly different we didn't have first, second, third. The narratives always go with the highest ranked player after the best general from each Grand Alliance. So Nacho was in second place and was the highest ranking Chaos warband. So got Champion of Chaos with 2-1. And then Ed with his custom Dark Oath Savagers that were destruction based. Also came 2-1, so was the champion of destruction. Stephen with his Vulcan Flameseekers went 1-1-1, and was a champion of order. And then Scott with Pyregeist was a champion of death with 1-2. And then Nacho winning best painted. This is where I'd have a picture of the warband.
You
I never
forgot the
took
picture?
pictures because I was like, take pictures of my own models. Why? I should have known better. Should have known
Oh,
better.
I'm sorry, brother.
That's fine. I'll take a
So,
picture at some point.
The
Just overlay
list
it on the video.
was, let me check, it's on my app somewhere.
No, I've got it here. So
it
it was Annihilator Prime with Grand Hammer, a Liberator. So Domitan, Annihilator Prime with Grand Hammer, and then 2 Liberators with Grand Hammer, 2 Liberators with Weapon and Shield.
Yeah, I went with the most vanilla Stormcastis you can imagine on this one.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
1,000 on the dot, and just lots of Liberators. Also, the tournament had no blessings.
Yeah.
It had battle traits, but no blessings.
I think the no blessing thing was actually messing me up more when I made the list, because my brain is used to be like, I'm gonna give him +1 attack. I know that's 30 points, and then I do, oh wait, no, I cannot give him +1 attack. I have to go back. And I
Yes.
did that so many times. So many times.
Yeah, it was interesting to actually like run a tournament like that, which was it was mostly match play rules. Like it was the same list building, just no monsters, no blessings. Just to keep the kind of theme, and also because a lot of the lesson and greater artifacts, a lot of them are specifically blessings. And yeah, that just kind of allowing blessings would just kind of skew that because the last thing you want.
It avoids double stacking blessings. Like,
Yes,
you don't want to give +1 twice to Vexmal, +1 attack or something.
What do you mean you don't want to give +1 attack twice to Vexmal and let him do onslaught? Like, that's just 4 attacks, 10 strength, 5-10.
Yeah.
Just a base 5 attack tyrant just is now my new nightmare. Thank you. But yeah,
oh my god, what?
The maths unfortunately isn't. Yeah, it doesn't work out just as simple as adding points. It's
No.
exponential violence.
Mhm.
That's what we're
Yes.
here for.
I mean,
Uh,
we saw it at the last round, right? Like the amount of stuff that kills on the last round was absolutely mental because of the increase of lethality in the game.
But that's the thing, especially for like liberators, they're really gonna tear through everything that's not T6. And even with T6, you just
My first game, funny enough, so I played the first day Nurgle, right? So I played a Swarm list Nurgle-ish. And that day, the first game I played against Magotkin of Nurgle, the demons, and he had 2 flies.
yes.
Yeah. So
So
that.
what I did is I played my 6-man Starcast list like a Swarm list, and I waited. And basically, I always managed to outnumber him on specific objective I needed to burn. So the thing was like you put objective on the floor, which was really cool, and then you burn them, which I really like the mechanic of. But you can put only one around, importantly.
Yep.
So we had, and you have to be, they have to be outside
Yep.
of 6 of each other, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So he put his flies on specific areas. I was like, sure, that's fine. I'm just gonna put one more Stormcast and burn it, and you have the round, and it's on his side. Like there's a weird control system, and because he's very slow, he never managed to get back to my zone. So I was able to build some stuff on his side without him coming back to me. But I think I attacked like twice in the whole game. Because when you have something at 45 wounds,
Yeah.
you're not gonna touch it. And we made the math at the end because he used the new double on the fly.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, so what will happen if you attack with the Grand Hammer? So the Annihilator Prime with Grand Hammer. I think I was dealing like 24 damage and I was taking back 14.
Jesus.
I didn't attack. We made it as if I attacked twice.
Yep.
And that was the result. And it's absolutely mental. That double is actually really good when you put it on a very high wound fighter.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reread it myself.
So it's for every damage you take, you roll a D6. On a 3+, you deal 1 damage back.
Oh, yep, yep. That's lovely.
It's so good. I love it.
It is fantastic. You will
You
like
will die.
you will die.
legitimately
Because the
die.
thing is, especially on like 40 something wound models, and without even taking into account the fact that they have a heal on a double.
Yes, there's that as well.
The heal on the double, the reaction to reduce damage.
But
We
you don't
do
want to do that.
have-
You don't want to do that anymore.
You don't want to do that. Hit me. Come on.
No, you
deal
want to,
damage
yes,
to me.
you want to do it on the ones that are actually don't have the double. But
Yeah, that's
it's
fair.
yes,
Yeah.
it's completely like just weaponizing the wounds that you have. Because
Yeah.
on a 3+, is it a 3+ or a 4+?
A 3+.
On a 3+, every roll you do is more than 50-50 that you're gonna take damage back.
Mhm.
Yep.
So suddenly on something that has 42 wounds, a 20 wound model will almost certainly die.
Yeah.
Unless it doesn't kill the model. It doesn't kill the Nurgle model.
I mean, there is also the fact that even, especially on the fly, right? They tend to have a 3-5 damage profile, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, so even if you're a Stormcast or whatever you are, you go in, you deal a ton of damage. You take a ton of damage back, and then it's gonna be like, well, now it's my turn. And first I'm gonna heal, and then I'm gonna slap you twice.
Yeah.
And like, what you're gonna do about that? You're gonna die, right? Obviously, it's not broken because we're talking about a warband that can have 6 men in it instead of 7 or 8. But there's still a good tactical advantage to use. That I feel like that can catch up the fact that you have less fighters than others. And that's what those kind of warband needs. That's why the Renation is so good, right? It's one of the reasons why it's so good.
So you know that I have an 8-man Nurgle list that has 112 wounds.
How do you go for 8? I went for 7, and I found it very obnoxious.
Just get the shield ones.
Oh god.
Your points.
Oh
They
god.
they never die. They never die. And you just, yeah. I'm very excited to try it at some point. I have several projects before that, but Dave, who you played, was the came third and was the Rockbringers player. And
Yeah.
Dave's been playing Rockbringers, has had Rockbringers, and has been looking for an excuse to play them. So I was very happy that he did well. Also, uh, Dave's responsible for the really cool music at opening. So yeah, no, I was just really happy that he did so well, and truly like ripped through the other two games. But yeah, I'll
I genuinely only won because I managed to get some objective earlier. That's the only why I won. It was destroying me. I could not kill anything.
yeah. But that's the thing, like you only die if you engage. You only die
Yeah.
if you do wounds. So like there is an argument for like just kind of playing around them, but I think we're gonna find that quite difficult. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I think the second game was against Vulcan Flameseeker, if I'm not mistaken. It was a
Yes.
one box.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so that was Stephen coming through to our to a WorldCry UK event for the first time. And yeah, did quite well. Got the top order spot. And then your last game was with Dimitri's cavalry list, which great as always.
Well, I mean, it was the same list as the day before, so I was like, I know what you're doing now. You're not gonna surprise me anymore. But the main thing on that fight is because of +1 attack and Laylo the Tyrant. I was going like 5-5, 4-4.
Yeah.
And I give him onslaught. No, that was Laylo Tyrant. So they have 4 attack base. They have 3 attack base: 3-5, 3-5, 3-5, 3-4, +1 attack, 4-5, 3-4, and +1 strength. So, and then you have the Laylo the Tyrant, which is 5-6, 4-4, because I attacked the thing that 25 wounds. I basically one-shot it in 1 attack. That was
because the fiends and the other things don't have like an entirely too high number of wounds, and also the toughness is really low. I think it's toughness 3 across the board, which is not what you want for your big cavalry pieces and your big like kind of scary fiend.
you say that, but it still crushed these 2 other games, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, but I think that's exactly just kind of play. That's a weakness that you play around.
Yeah. I think he played
so-
around it very well. So like,
Yeah,
good job on
Well, yeah,
that. It was
having the mobility and objective and treasure, great. Once you get them on a kill mission, it's
yeah.
rude.
not every list can be good at everything.
I mean, you wouldn't want it to.
I love
Except
balance
dwarves those
packs.
days, but dwarves are broken.
We don't talk about Dispossessed.
We don't talk about dwarves.
So yeah. So in Champion of Chaos, we had Nacho with his Sybarites. It's a warband that people have seen before. Nacho came second on the Road to Define Edinburgh. Also won Best Painted. This warband is now banned. It's too good. It's too pretty. I have gotten so many good pictures out of just kind of taking candid pictures of the warband on the table along the terrain. It's just really cool. So big fan. Very well done. And yeah. That's it. That's enough.
No, I mean the paint job is really good, and I think the
It's
warband
incredible.
is fairly well known, right? You know it's gonna work. You just need to play it well, and that's it. He played it well.
Yeah. No, Slake Slash is such a good piece, and
So good.
and the leader is really underrated as well. Vasilak is really underrated. I have had the hind handed to me several times because of Vasilak. So
The only time
Yeah.
I've come up against him, I've been lucky enough to just have him on the other side of the board, and he got blocked up in terrain.
fair.
He's
Fair.
just run away.
Right. So next up we have Ed's Destruction Pledged Dark Oath Savagers. No, Ed put a lot of effort in taking all of the chaos stuff off them. And also Ed is very narrative focused as well, as a player. Is in Animosity campaigns and all of that. Big shout out to Animosity campaigns and their new narrative season. That's starting a bit later than usual. But I've signed up because I want to be on the next. I want to be on the next Warcry game. That happens. So very excited to see what I do when I have to put together a narrative warband. Chat, that's going to be a laugh. But yes, an elite list of 7 Dark Oath Savagers, Trueblood with Great Spear, Slaughterborn with Great Axe, Proven with Great Blade, a God Speaker, a Dark Oath War Queen, the Slaves to Darkness version, and a Proven with Great Axe. So all of those models, very squishy, but with a very decent attack profile. I really like the Proven with the Great Axe, and I also like the Slaughterborn with the Great Axe, but they're both glass cannons. Like, it's so easy to lose them. So yeah, solid list.
He's done excellently in making the True Blood look like part of the
Yes.
making them part of the faction. Everything looks great there.
Yeah, that's the one on the bottom left, and it's very
Dark Oath.
Yeah. When someone's good at kit bashing, someone's good at kit bashing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the Champion of Destruction. And yes. And then next we had Stephen with his 1-box Flame Seekers. Very well painted. Yeah. Like it's a relatively like true to the box art. But just very well executed. And Stephen went, I think 1-1-1. So one win, one draw, one loss, which is like for your first event, it's like spot on because it shows that you've just done well. It's
the purples.
I mean, we're talking about a 1-box warband, right? Like, we're not talking about a list with like double Berserker or whatever. Just 1-box warband, see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, so I was really surprised by the lists, because with the narrative, I just kind of expected slightly less, because I knew there were match play people coming. And I was fully prepared to come in and be like, hey, all the narrative lists are like narrative and everyone else is taking like Vexmore. Please don't. But I saw all of my narrative players come in with some like fire stuff. Like one of the people that couldn't make it was Zingbo, who's a very narrative-based player, and the list was Horns of Hashut, bunch of Shatterers, Flame Hurler, FOMO, Slaughterborn's Great Axe, and I went, oh, the knives are out. I see. Yeah.
Wow.
It was, yeah, but that's why, like, I think this is super impressive for a first time to do so well. Flame Seekers will take you far if you play your games and you learn the warband and the strengths and the weaknesses. Like, you'll do well.
That was 2 out of 3 order lists for Flame Seekers.
Yeah.
So, a popular little gang.
I mean, people seem to love the Flameseeker vibe contrary to the Fire Slayer, right? Because Fire Slayer is basically the same model with slightly more naked weapons or slightly less naked weapons. Not
Yes.
very interesting. Flameseeker have really something going on. They really have details. They have stuff with them. They're just not half naked for the sake of being half naked. But outside of visual themselves, the gameplay is really cool. Like you have so many tools. It's not like they're absolutely broken. They're just good. They're just in that nice middle ground spot, and they have a lot of allying, right? So I was talking to that player after the game. He was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "So what you're gonna do now?" And we're talking about allies he could add in, stuff he could move out, stuff he can move in, and stuff like that. So it feels like there is a lot of range to do with Flameseeker, and it just works. It's good.
Yeah.
Did you inadvertently bring in another Sephoneer into existence?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you? Did you? I'm asking the questions here. Did you? Tell
You
Steven
know what?
to get
You don't-
Sephoneer and put it in the list.
I mean, yes, when you play Vulcan, the best way to play Vulcan is to play Sephania and Sireni and add Blessing Might on Sireni and Blessing Toughness on Sephania or Blessing Strength on Sephania or something. That's
Yeah.
the best way to play Vulcan because you have a burn and then you have an octopus.
Yep.
And then you have a thing that shoots. Like I remember I played against Toast in a Vulcan mirror match at the UK Game Expo.
Yep.
And Sireni just did the job. She critted twice. There was 14 wounds. Goodbye. Have a good day, sir.
Yep.
Like, that's simple. Yeah.
It's how it goes. It's how it goes. I can't blame you. So yes,
Sephania of a winner in a post-counter world as well.
that's very true.
Oh.
Yes. But before we go too far down that path, I'm going to say well done again to Stephen, being the champion of order for this
Good job,
tournament.
mate.
And then Scott played Pyrogeist last year. Scott played Pyrogeist this year. Scott played Pyrogeist last year on the Road 2 tournaments as well. It was just too busy to play on the Road to Defiant tournaments. But I'm just so happy that someone that has played this warband a lot actually gets to have fun playing this warband. It was great.
We did have the initial chat of like, yeah, you can totally cheat kill missions, but not that it was particularly relevant. But
well, that's the thing. That's one of the things where you can be sure that if you make it to a WorldCryUK tournament, there's no shenanigans. None of that nonsense. We
What do you
don't
mean?
do.
I cannot make Crowjacks invisible? But
No.
it's written in the rules.
It's also written in the tournament pack. No shenanigans, and that's that's a shenanigan and a half. To go, I am doing a double, so you can't hit Crowjacks because you have to hit Crowjacks first, and therefore you cannot hit Crowjacks. Is just no. We
Yeah.
don't do this.
And the same with you cannot get kill one enemy model and then cremate your entire army and go game's over.
Yeah, we don't do that. That's not happening.
But I gotta say, playing Pyrogeist is a power move because it has been such a bad warband for so long, right? I think the
Yes.
reactions make them playable. I wouldn't say good. I'll say they make them playable. I don't know how good they're actually going to be. Do they even have battle trait? I don't think so.
They do.
We do.
They do. Okay.
It's to do with wild dice and
Yeah, so
Rating
just to say how
tokens.
good is battle trait, 3-player of Warcry that play Warcry a lot and think about Warcry don't know the battle trait of Pyrogeist.
something,
that good.
something.
Let me check.
It is decent. It has to do with generating wild dice out of pyre tokens.
Yes. Roll for each friendly pyre token on the battlefield. If on a 3+, you add 1 to your wild dice.
So the fact that you
Oh.
now can have a lot more. I mean, just to
Mm.
cover, just
The
to
thing is, that is begging for a solid ally
subject.
to really fire.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, there's four torch wraiths, a balefire guard with scorch veil, 2 guards with flaming halberds, and the deacon of flames. So there's a lot of models there that you can just kind of push into dying and generating your pyre tokens. And that's one of the things where for Pyregeist, you now want your models to run in, die. The damage is still not great, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them like buff it a little bit, especially since it doesn't stack, I don't think. But you start denying area without consequence, with the consequences of like damage, and then you also get wild dice. And some of the abilities that the Pyregeist have are really good, especially on like quads, where it's like you run one model into a bunch of other models and they get a bunch of AoE. And then the Balefire guards, I think, have pretty decent profiles. So I think it's going to take a little bit of time to like find the playstyle, but there's plenty there to do okay.
Their Pyre token is once only, so if you're in range of one or more Pyre token, you take 3 damage. So
Yes.
that's, I think, is the main limitation, right? You cannot pile on Pyre tokens everywhere. You need to spread them, but then you need to be careful about how you spread them because you need to still kill stuff.
Yes.
Though, now that we know the battle trait that gives you wild dice, I'm not sure that's enough. That's really good. I mean, some factions would love to have that thing, but I don't know if that's enough to make them.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning. Because obviously you can't ally in and get the battle trait, but I'm thinking of like other destruction pack, other death armies that are like, yeah, we could really do with a bunch of extra wild dice, buddy. More res shenanigans with just stacks of wild dice.
Yeah.
Hey, so that was the end of the Warcry UK tournaments, but I still have.
And do a quick shout out. We've I know we've joked in the past about the state of Blades of Corn Demons.
Yes, yeah.
Somebody rocking up with a 5-man Corn Demons.
So we actually had 2. So Vangs, who brought the terrain, came with the Blades of Corn Demons, a very, very appropriately 8-man warband.
Yes.
And then I saw Philip Brown coming in.
With his 5-man demons.
5-man demons was
Hyper elite Corn Demons.
Yes. Yeah,
nice.
It was.
It's in those moments that you wish Corn Demon was actually good, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did get some really good pictures of their matches though, because as a warband is very imposing, and I think I have a picture a bit further down, but especially
they had a mirror match, so yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Corn Demons really shining through in that match.
Yes. But yeah, no, absolutely. We had a bunch of others like Andrew with the really, really nice unconventional like iron golems, like a really nice kind of yellow and orange paint job on them, which was really nice. We had Richard with really well painted Wildecore, and we had Matthew with the other Vulcan Flame Seekers, and Dave with the I don't know if it was one box because I don't know if that was the number of dogs, but
it wasn't doing the 5 hand crossbowman shenanigans.
I would be very. I would have had words. But yes, no, it was very good. But we're gonna move on straight on to indie tournaments. So I'm gonna go through them quite quickly because it's already 10 o'clock. But Cedar Cry, I got in touch with Norman. It was a tournament that was done, I think, on the day where there were like 4 tournaments. One of them being, I think, Road to Defiant. But we had 4 tournaments on the same day, all over the world, and it was the Canada one. and Norman got back to me because I emailed to see how it went, because I think it was one of the first tournaments in Canada. So Norman got back, sent me some pictures that I have on the next page, and yeah, it was 4 missions. It was 6 players. It was meant to be 8, but there were some last minute dropouts. Missions pack was relatively casual. So yeah, Norman got back in touch. Big fan of Wild Eyes. 3 Heroes, 1 Chaff has been talking to Mike, Armor Enthusiast, to get like info on how to run a tournament, which was I thought was great. And if anyone is on the fence and wants to run a tournament, doesn't know who to ask, like, get in touch with us. Like in the States, there's a bunch of really good TOs, and over here in the UK as well, and in Poland. So if you see someone and you're like, how do they do it? Just get in touch, just message us, because we're always happy to help. But yeah,
And steal our packs. Feel free
absolutely.
to steal packs.
Yeah, 100%.
Just don't steal
100%.
the one from Badger because it was really bad.
Alright, I'm gonna fix it. It's gonna be even better.
But yes, Norman's already eyeing up a winter tournament and another one next summer, and the goal for each is to grow the number of participants every time, which is really what we're doing with all of this. It's just building the community and getting more and more people having fun playing Warcry.
I remember us discussing this one because the game shop also looked very, very cozy.
Yes.
So,
okay.
okay.
But so on the results, we had Oni Ogre Invasion taking first place. I think at the end it was like a roll off because it was exactly the same amount of points in secondaries. So the Ogre Maw tribes took it with 3-1. And the list was a Tyrant, Clawback, 2 Nobblers with Fortitude, and 5 Nobblers with Swiftness, which sounds like hell.
That sounds so bad.
It's no, I mean, it sounds really difficult to deal with. That's the thing.
That's
Like,
what I mean by bad. Sorry. Yes.
Yes.
As an opposing player, that gives me the bad vibes of like, oh no, I have to deal with that shit now.
well, you have to run after them because like Nobblers are relatively fast, so like super super swift Nobblers. Yeah, wild. So yeah, well done on that. Then second place, Don't Call Me Royal, the Beast Flayers, also going 3-1. And it was a list of a Flame Master, a Baron, 6 Trackers, and then Duval and a Crypt Captain. So obviously you have the parts of the warband that work, a bunch of Ghoul Trackers, a Baron to move them in place, and the Flame Master to like execute. But having Duval and a Crypt Captain is Niven says they're going. See you later. You'll be able to catch this on YouTube on VOD, so no worries there. But yes, Duval and the Crypt Captain is an interesting one because you can call the Crimson Feast, and then it kind of gives Duval some safety having the Crypt Captain. The Crypt Captain is a pretty decent model as well, so yeah, very interesting list. Obviously did quite well, going 3-1. See if this rings a bell, by the way, Anthony. Look, a squid. Cities of Sigmar Dispossessed, also going 3-1. Grandhammer Questo with Swiftness, Rune Lord, Sereni with Might, and Sephania with Brutality, and 5 Longbeards. This was pre-FAQ. I can only imagine the pain.
That I feel like I think it's a fun list to play. And I think you play a lot into Dispossessed. I love Dispossessed. I play Dispossessed a lot as well. Obviously, it's a dwarf. Obviously, I play it.
Yes.
But I feel like if I compare it to a Vulcan, I'm like, oh, but you don't have the whip. Do you have the whip though? Do you have the double move and the attack for free? But It's cool. I like it. I like the look. I can put a squid in any single dwarf list and it's gonna work. Look at me.
Yeah.
I'm doing it now.
Well, no, but that's the thing. You have the Grand Hammer Questor, so you have a whip. It's not as good, but you do have a type of whip.
Yeah, I guess you do have a kind of whip. It was a Rune Lord, right, the leader?
Yes, Rune Lord.
Yeah, so it's very interesting because when you look at it, at the end of the day, there is no Titan. When you play
Yes.
these sets, usually you play, I don't know, Black Talon, you play Medusa Bloodwrack, you will play something that is a Titan within order that you ally in, and you make the Titan do more than his point in value by letting your other guys die. In this case, it's mid-range Fiesta. You have three mid-range fighter with very mid-range stats, with very mid-range abilities, but still do the job because he won 3-1. Even if it's a 6-player tournament, it's interesting to see it that way, right? I don't know if all of those players or this kind of stuff, but it doesn't matter. It's interesting.
Yeah. No, 100%. And then on third, fourth place, you have the Wa Brutes, which is an Iron Jaws list that went 2-2, and it is Mega Boss, Ardboy Boss with Sticker, Brute with Choppers, Brute with Gore Chopper, and Ardboys, 2 Choppers and 1 Sticker. So that's Mega Boss, Ardboy Boss, 2 Brutes, 3 Ardboys. So that's 7, which is decent. But well, to be honest, it's like exactly the kind of list that I would run, but I would just add Morgok and Thug instead of 2 Brutes. Because it's just a better attack profile. Well, it's a good Iron Just list, and going 2-2 wouldn't be would make absolute sense. Also, this was a round robin, so kind of everyone played everyone. So that gives you really good kind of a really not everyone played everyone because you would need 4 players for that. But you had a good kind of run between the various teams. But yeah, we've got some pictures as well. I should have figured out how to take us off the screen. I think it works.
It's
Hey,
blocked
listen,
by a single homunculus sitting at
we
the top.
we live and we learn. We live and we
Well, we
learn.
don't.
So yes,
We live.
big well done to Norman for running this, and we're going to be here to cover the next one. So yeah, big thumbs up and well done. Moving on, Turan Warcry, Minion in Turan, Hungary, running another one. 4 missions, 6 players. I couldn't find any mission info, so we're going to go straight into the final placings. Zabo Gergely first with Ogre Maw Tribes. So this was a really hard fought one because, as you can see, there were a lot of draws, and a lot of it must have been really fairly matched, because Zabor was first with 2 wins, 2 draws, with a list of a Thunderfist, 3 Gorgers, 2 Nobblers, and a Bushwhacker. Pretty standard, I think.
Okay.
Then Benchik Balint came second with Questor Soul Sworn, 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. And that was a 2 Spears, 2 Hammers, 2 Relictors list, which pretty decent. Spears is the thing that kind of gets me, because I never see the range being of enough value. But the 2 Relictors, great. Good shooting.
Yeah, I feel like the 2 Relictors is quite the move. The spear is always, like, I tried the spear at the start, but I just quickly went into the hammer version of Questor because it just does more for the same point.
Yes, the range is the only thing, but you can move them quite fast, so I feel like it's never that much of a problem. Not having the daggers one, the one that does the net, is interesting, but also I've not had a lot of success with them, so I don't know. And yeah, so Marcy with Fire Slayers going 2 wins, 2 losses came at 3rd place. So that list was a Grimhold Exile, of course, like solid piece.
What?
The Grimhold Exile.
Yeah, I'm just surprised someone plays it. That's all.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
If it's the model, I think it is. You
Yeah,
want
it's the one that jumped with 2 hammers. He has the same
Yeah.
position as Gortrek, Hudison, and the other guy.
Yeah, so that's 5/4/2/4, but you want that for your Lodgefire Blaze. Pick a visible enemy fighter within 3 inches of this fighter and roll 6 dice. For every 4+, allocate 1 damage to that fighter. If that was the ability, you'd be like, But if that fighter has a wounds characteristic of 25 or more, for each roll of 3+, allocate a number of damage points to that fighter equal to half the value of this ability. So that's like a solid 9 damage on a 5/5 or a 6/6. Can go all the way up to 18 if you roll really well. But yeah, it's basically like it's basically a Titan killer, because you can do a disgusting amount of damage, and you don't even have to be engaged.
It is technically also better now that counter has been nerfed, right? We go back to the
Exactly.
counter being nerfed, but like
Yes. Yeah.
5/4/4, like 6 months ago, I'd be like, why would you ever take that fighter? And now I'm like, yes, sure. Give me some of that.
Yeah, I'll do well. I mean, I always bless it, so it's 5/5/2/4. Because especially if you're going to be going after Titans, you want that additional bit. But yeah, no, it's a good list. 3 Auric Hearthguards, 3 Berserker Broadaxes, or Boardaxes, whichever one it is. 1 Flame Strike, and then Vol Orcbane. So a lot of mid-range, range 2 models. 12 wounds, but if you're under 6, if you're on 6 wounds or less, you can do a bonus attack on a triple. The Boardax, I think, is 3/5/2/4, which means that you can clear chaff quite easily. And Vol Orcbane is one of the few 3/4/2/4 models that they have. So
Yeah.
it's pretty good. It's good. The Hearthguards also give you a lot of range, and they have the net as well. So yeah, I mean, as good a Fire Slayer list as any.
I mean, the main issue with Fire Slayer is the lack of. It's basically when you look at Vulcan Flameseeker, that's what Fire Slayer should have been, right? Is abilities that actually burn instead of being abilities that does very vanilla stuff. Though Fire Slayer have been designed like a while ago when the game was very different. So like they just need a big redesign. There is only so much you can do with Fire Slayer as a faction. And I tried to build some lists, and basically the best list I had was like the Grimhold Exile, another hero, and spam the chaff, and that's it. I could not find anything interesting with it. And it was 11 fighters.
Yeah. So just a little another little revelation is when I took us away, our voices also went away.
Oh,
So that's fine. Like someone said in the chat, so I'll know it for future reference.
Thanks, chat.
But yes, thanks, chat. But yes, I mean we're back, we're fine now. But it's while we were away, we just
complementing the tournament and
complimenting the pictures and the background and all of that.
No, it was a planned pause. Don't worry. It was perfectly planned. We needed a break. We needed some water. Don't worry, it's all planned.
Sure. Yeah, why not? So the last thing on this one is there was an Arcanites list that did quite well. It was an Aviarch on disc, 4 Zangors with Shield, a Zangor with Great Blade, and a Zangor Shaman. And anyone playing Zangors, I have to say, well done. Like your patience. Because Zangors are like right at the cusp of like they're mid and they're just at the cusp of possibly being good, but there's nothing in Arcanites that will like do dependable damage. But again, the fact that you can run around the Zangors now and do your attacks without getting countered to death is probably a big help. So
I've been playing. Sorry, go ahead.
Just say it's just very Zinchian to be. He went 2 draws, a loss, and a win as well. So yeah, it was very draw heavy all the way through.
Yeah,
but
I think the main thing about Zage, I played against this in the Storm in the South too, which was a Spamuk Zengar with +4 wounds, and I think he had the Titan, like a Fumari Crusher and something else.
Makes sense.
So you grabbed the ally in, and it was just so hard to play against that because they move so fast and they deal a fair amount of damage.
Yeah.
I think, if I remember well, at the start of the 2nd edition, not the Magister on disc, but you had the Aviarch on disc with Spear was the favorite ally in Chaos because it was dirt cheap. It flies, and it was doing a bunch of things on the double that was not available to other pieces.
It either has a double or a triple that's guided by the past. So when it attacks with a range attack, a model that's already activated, you add either the value or half the value of the ability to the attack, to the attack and damage, I think. To the damage.
The Enlightened is the Enlightened Aviarch on disc, right? So that's 2 range, 5, 4, 2, 4, 10 move, 4 toughness, 26 wounds.
Yes.
And the ability is... Yeah, it's a triple. Add the value of the ability to damage point allocated to enemy fighter by each hit and critical hits. It's basically a tearing bite on 5 attacks.
Yes.
With the unit that flies.
Yes.
So it is... I mean, it's 275 points. At this point, I think most people will take a Vanguard instead because it's more stable and it's only a double in comparison. But the Vanguard is too cheap, in my opinion.
Yes. You also then cheat yourself out of the battle trait, which is after the initiative phase, starting with the attacker, each player of a warband with this battle trait can roll 1 dice for each double, triple, or quad they have. On a 4+, they change the value of those ability dice to 6.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a tearing bite that becomes a 6 instantly. As a Seraphon player, that hurts my soul. Can I have that, please?
No. You got the pretty Crocs.
I got useless Crocs. Give me a good fighter.
I know. But yes, no, I mean there is, if you are lucky, you can do quite a lot of damage with that Arcanite, but also even though it flies and it's move 10 and 26 wounds, that can die. So it's one of these things where you have to kind of be very, very, very careful. And there are some pieces that can just get you. So
I remember well when people were playing, they were mostly playing to kill chaff and mid-range fighters. They use a triple for mid-range fighters and they just charge on stuff and they don't care that much because the chaff will never kill them back, right?
Yes.
That was it.
Well, it's gonna clear. Yeah, it's gonna clear quite well. I'm surprised there weren't any Zangor mutants in there because it's a good attack profile.
What's the attack on mutant again? Let me check.
So the the Great Blade is 3425. The mutant, I think, is
3314.
3414.
oh, okay. Yes, no, sorry. The Great Blade is the better profile.
The Great Blade is a better profile, but you pay the price for it, right? Because the
Yes,
Zengor mutant is 15 points less. You have
yes.
less damage, but you have similar stats otherwise.
Yeah, but like a 1-4 versus a 2-5 is just such a I
Right,
think
you
for
make a
15
difference,
points
right?
is for 15 points 100% worth it.
Oh
That
yeah,
Um
for sure.
that one damage, base damage, is rough, just through and through.
yes.
Like,
Yeah, base 1 damage is just bad. Unless it's
it
on
should,
chaff.
I'm on the view that it should be a lot rarer in Warcry than it is.
Yeah.
Make the whole game more brutal.
It should be it should be like a chaff thing. It should be these models can probably do
I mean,
little to nothing.
technically a Zengor mutant is a chaff. Just saying.
Yeah, but
Not sure, yeah. Yeah.
For me, it is in the point range of chaff. It's just a variety of chaff because, like, if you look at the chaff canine, they have I don't know how many chaff. They have the most chaff selection in the game at this point.
All right. The shooting attacks are really, really funny because it's
The
the same with
2-3-1-3.
yeah. Because it's the same
So
with the Zinch demons. You have like all of these models that are like 100 and something points. And it's because of split, obviously, but they all have these profiles where they shoot. And if you're really lucky, you just slap out like 8 damage. To roll 2 6s over the 4 rolls. And then you spend entire games just rolling like 3 damage over like 6 attacks. It's it's a classic. But yeah,
it's also the juxtaposition between the way the models are like super muscly dudes. There's like strength 3, base damage 1.
I mean yes, but that's because they're you know about the Kyric acolytes are all nerds.
Yeah.
They're nerds and they just learned the spell buff. And whenever they finally like show themselves, they just go like "Walladoo," and so yeah, they don't know how to use all that muscle. They haven't toiled in the gym. They haven't earned it.
Like us.
Yes,
Uh,
I don't know what you're talking about.
what's the gym? Is that the thing where you eat?
Yeah, I was gonna say like none of us are here because we're acolytes
Come
of
on.
the
We're doing a live show on Warcry on Monday evening. I think
I
the
think
categories
that's
of nerd were very high.
yeah,
We are
it's
the
fine.
Cleric acolytes. That's what we are.
Moving swiftly on, Warcry one box, Nova Open. Yeah, so there was one by Justin Smith at the Nova Open. So it's really good to see Warcry at the Nova Open. 4 missions, 10 players. It was all one box format, and it was like season 1 missions, I think. So we had the Ley Lines, Reaper, Cursed Relic, and Hidden Vault. I mean, I will say I was just disappointed there was Cursed Relic and not Cursed Prize. I think Cursed Prize is the better mission out of the two. But also I have a history, everyone knows, I have a history of being a Cursed Prize shill. So
Yep.
it's fair. But yeah, I found it really interesting. It's a really like return to the origin type of tournament. So yeah,
And twist wheel represent.
well, that's the thing. That's what I found really interesting. Like the twist wheel being, for like it's a pack of missions as again like very first season, and then twist wheel just ripping to the front. 4-0, Eric A with twist wheel like a regular box, Swarm Sage, 3 Dryads, Briarlash, Spike Spear, Harvester Blade, and the Halberd, which I think is just the one box setup.
I am impressed. Like Twist Lead is not that good even after the buff.
Well, So, this was August 28th. So, was that post?
When
Post
was this
FAQ.
book here?
It will also depend when they set their cutoff.
That's true.
Mm.
I'm actually just trying to.
I mean, it's easy to see when.
Give me.
Where are the downloads? Downloads. Core rules. So that was, yeah, the rules update was on the 26th. So I will guess that they didn't.
I'll be surprised if they did. That was very early, but also like
It's like 2 days before the tournament. So,
I mean, it's a one box, so it's not like you're coming with a build list and stuff, right? It's a one box warrant, so it's not doesn't have the same
yeah,
implications.
it might have just been, hey, just does anyone mind? But yeah, I mean, well done regardless. Twist Wield are very like glass cannon warband, so going forward with them on a tournament like that, very impressive. Second place was Derek with Iron Golems going 3-1. It was a stock Iron Golems with a signifier, basically. Solid. Iron Golems are just solid. And
Just
then
works.
third place was Untamed Beasts. Jason Bales going 2-2 with, again, like just stock Untamed Beasts. And, you know, Toast will be happy about this one. I still believe that Untamed Beasts have one of the coolest models on the one with the spear. And I just think that a profile of 2525 with range 8 with a bonus attack on a double triple, which is also a pull, is just such a good model. Such a good model. And I'll move us swiftly on. Mad Cry 3, meddling in Moss Turn. Mike Sanson, running in Wisconsin, 4 missions, 8 players, and a custom narrative pack, as always. This was on the 13th of September. First place was Patrick with Slanesh Demons, Vexmore and Pals, 2 Fiends, 3 Demonettes. Very standard Slanesh Demons list, going through 1. Second place, Slaves to Darkness, Vanguard with Blade +1 attacks, 5 Marauders with Flail, Vexmore +1 attack, and a Chaos Chosen. Again, solid. Yep. 3-1. You, with that list, you are praying that your Chaos Chosen gets a kill and you have a quad right next to Vexmore, because then Vexmore can kill God, getting +3 attacks. So yeah, no, 100%. And then third place was Zach Laundry with Seraphon going 2-1-1 with Calthea, a Crocs +1 attacks, 4 Skinks, 2 Soras, and a Skink Priest.
Yeah, that was the list I saw, and I went, wait, what? Seraphon is able to perform? What's going on? What world am I living in?
Well, there is so I was surprised. I didn't find all the details about like how the narrative stuff, because a lot of the Midwest tournaments are what me and Badger have just kind of like arriving at, which is match play, but you add some narrative elements to just kind of make it more interesting. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was part of it. But also, because it was a more narrative tournament on this one, the actual prizes weren't on first, second, third. It was the event winner was Master of the Moss, and then you had a Breathtaking Relic favorite warband, Voice of the Gargant side quest winner, and Tomb Raider side quest winner. So that's gonna skew how the missions play and how people try to like score. I'm sure that Dogs of War and Mike will cover the event more in depth at some point. And I think they put a good few pictures on the Discord. So yeah, keep an eye out. You'll be able to see how that went. But yeah, well done on doing the third Mad Cry to Mike. And speaking of sequels, Rumble in the North 2. Now, this was super interesting. It was Trolls in Birkerød, Denmark. It was 3 missions. It was 18 players in teams of 3. Because this was the team tournament.
Yeah, how that actually works out.
So I was reading on how this works, and they have a really good system. So basically, teams of 3 with a captain. You both put forward the one of your teammates as the attacker. So both sides put an attacker first, and then both sides pick a defender for the opponent's attacker. So you put an attacker, and then you put a defender, and then the last 2 warbands play a secondary mission. So they don't play like the main mission. So every round has 2 missions. You have the primary and the secondary. Does that did I confuse it?
So does it mean that the whole team make points?
Yes.
At the same, like together, basically, instead of being like it's a win or loss, a win or loss, like the Ranger Sigma. It's like if I play with you 3, I play my attacker game and I make 5 points, and both of you make 2 points each. That's a total of 9 points for the team. So the team wins or lose that game.
Yes. So they have major minor. So if you get a major win and 2 minor losses, you actually win.
Okay.
So it's the points of the combined that kind of give you wins and losses. And on top of that, the warbands were really good, but it's a really interesting format that I want to try, because I've always loved the idea of team tournaments. So I want to give it a shot. But to cover the list quickly, because this is obviously 9 lists, we have the Nordic Tryhards with Christian P, Dispossessed, MC running Seraphon, and Martin Kalundin doing Corn Bloodbound. The Dispo was Rude Lord, Reclusion Prime, Medusa, Longbeard, 5 Armbreakers. Standard. The Seraphon was a Scarvet, 2 Crocs, 2 Soras, 2 Skinks. A lot of like attacking skew. And then the Bloodbound was I saw that list and my heart grew 2 sizes. Ritualist, Deathbringer, Gorehulk, Corgi, 4 Reavers.
Oh.
We're going to be everywhere. I love it. Great minds of already. Yes.
I was going to say, just reading this, so it is each battle ends with a score and the scores are summed to give a final score for the team. So it's saying that a major win and 2 narrow losses can amount to an overall win.
Yes.
Not that it does. Like it's not like this.
So
no,
for example, in round 2, the team made 42 points and their opponent made 38 points. So they won, but by like 4 points, which is basically nothing. It's a cool format, I think.
No, I will definitely be trying it out because it just seems really cool to me. So second, we had the Bearded Men. So Rolf, Wilfio with Skaven, Blaukings with Monster Killers, Steen T with Slanesh Cyberites. The Ironjaw. No, the Skaven, I don't know why it says IJ, was Scabbard Creep, Rat Ogre and Packmaster, 2 Clan Rats, Stormfiend with Doomflayer Gauntlets, which is like just doubling up on the meat.
With might.
I think I might have forgotten to put the blessings. Then the Monster Killers was basically a Beast Knob, 2 Harpoons, 2 Clutch of Grots, and then Manok, Torka, Shank, and Gikit. Just doubling down on you will never move. between the
That-
two clutching grots and Torque and Shank, you will
That-
never move.
In a game where you get to put up your defender based on the attacker,
Yes,
having a heavy control as one of your 3 teams,
is
that is a fun
spot on.
element.
Yeah. And then the Sybarites was, I love the fact that it's Sybarites, but it's really not. It's Harbinger of Decay, Kagra, Zarsha, and Razek. And then you also have a Lord of Hubris and 3 Homunculi.
Oh, I
So-
love it. It's so good.
It's wild because, like, the Harbinger just switches off abilities, and
Yeah.
then Kagra, Zarsha, and Razek just teleport around the map and, like, sit on your objectives and become stronger for it. And then the Lord of Hubris just runs around looking for a duel with like a bunch of homunculi that just run around. So yeah, good list, very good list.
I love the fact that we're back to what we talked about before, specifically what I said about mid-range, right? Like a bunch of those lists are the classic chav big guys, but then a bunch of those lists are also like mid-range fiesta.
Yes.
And
Well,
I
yeah,
find
because
that
you can
Yeah.
pass damage now without absolutely wrecking yourself.
I think the fact that counter is not as good as it used to be, and it's literally what it should have been from the start, right? Just a thing to optimize your action pool
Yes.
instead of being the thing that you do by default, makes it so your mid-range fighter suddenly become more interesting.
Yeah.
And it's something we've noticed in this building, right? We tend to be like, oh, this one is not too bad. I'll play against some Slave to Darkness list with their Chaos Warriors, Paired Blade. 2 months ago, never played that. Like, you don't want to play that. You're gonna get countered to death. Today, yeah, sure, I'm gonna play it. 4-4-2-4. That's not a bad profile for cheap points, right?
Yep. No, I mean, I used to run a list of Ethelim and friends plus a bunch of Slaves to Darkness, like the really efficient models, so like all
Yeah.
T6 models, and they were great. And they're gonna be even better now that their points have been dropped. So, but yes, so the on third place we have the Bronshaw's Badgers. Hey, so
Represent.
Trolls with Iron Jaws, Lars with Pyrogeist, and Lars Nordgul Jensen with Iron Golems. So these
Fire
lists,
Geist again.
love them to bits. Yes. So the Pyrogeist, Deacon the Tongs plus wounds, 3 Balefire with Halberd, a Wielder, a Bearer, and a Scripter. So
Bearer and a Scripter.
yes, no chaff, just the big models and just
What?
attack. And you go, okay, right, that's the Pyrogeist, right? Fair
Yeah.
enough. The Iron Jaws, 2 Mega Bosses plus 1 attack, 2 Ragers, 2 Ard Boys. For when you want to get there yesterday. Big fan. And then the Iron Jaws was double Ogre, Dominar, 4 Legionaries, and Normator. So honestly, the Badgers went in and went, we are going to find the biggest hammer we can find and just absolutely batter our opponents, which I think is fantastic. I think it's just really cool.
Who
What
needs
do-
control?
Yes.
Yeah, why do I love that Pyrogeist list so much? It's like, oh yeah, sure, I have Pyro tokens, but who cares about Pyro tokens? I also have big things that go splush and flies. Like,
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah, pretty much. Like you just kind of go, we're just gonna scrap. Which they can, like they do have a lot of offensive abilities. So yeah, no, it's really, really, really cool. And
I
yeah,
love that in terms of like creative list building. And again, that list, the Pyrogeist list, is mid-range Fiesta.
yes. Yeah. I mean, the wielder is pretty decent, but yes, everything else is just somewhere in the
I
middle.
mean, the Wielder is still fairly, like, yeah, okay, it's not fully mid-range because it's 3-6 damage profile, and he has like
Yeah.
+1 attack, so it's 3-5, 3-6 in the thing, but the rest is very mid-range. Like, it's not gonna 3-4-2-4 is not gonna kill a billion things, right?
Yeah. But I will just say like a big well done for running a teams event, which I don't think has happened before. And also, when the Rumble in the North 3 happens, I'll be looking up tickets and bullying my friends to come with.
Is that an hint?
Hmm?
Is that a hint? Are we supposed to go to Denmark now?
Let me have a
Just
look.
saying. But
London.
we're all free. We can just show up and call ourselves something else, Badgers.
We're all free, are we?
How would you call the bearded guys? No, wait, that's already a thing.
I mean, yeah, that's
Beard-
already. Yeah.
The bearded badgers.
We'll
That
figure out
feels-
the name of the team better than that. Come on, we can do
Yes,
better.
that feels reductive. Right. So
Let's take whatever names they've done and mash them all together.
and mash them all together. Right. So TTS September League is currently ongoing. I put it up and then I was like, why is there only one mission? And then I realized that we're just halfway through the month. So we'll cover on the next one when it's actually done. But that covers every event that's happened in the last few weeks. So we're gonna go on the horizon. In September the 20th, Gran Canaria, Spain, 12 players, Torneo d'Agor Orc at Las Palmas. It's funny, but I found out a lot about looking into this. I found out a lot about Western Sahara being a non-self-governing territory and Morocco and all of that. So that was really interesting. But it's really funny because, as you'll see later, if I had a penny for every Warcry tournament that's going to happen in the next couple of months in an island in Spain, but an island off of Spain, I would have 2 pennies, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. So yes, check War Tally for details. It's all there. Really looking forward to the results from this. Then the next day we have Fury of the Arena 2 in Georgia, USA. 32 spots. Everything's on War Tally. We also have the Arcane Rumble Realms of Chaos, 28th of September at Santiago, Chile. 16 spots. And on the 28th, we have Bear Cry 2 GT in Madrid, Spain. It's at the Free Quars 25 event, which from what I saw, it's a similar kind of board games and stuff event. And it's run by S Smart, who's a regular in the Discord. So good luck. Looking forward to seeing the results from this as well. And then in October, in Mallorca, Spain, October 6th, we have the GTS Mallorca. I'm not trying the rest of it.
I was like,
But-
come on, man, come on, like you started it.
Listen, my Spanish is so yeah.
Y
It's at
Escalada
the
Bolitza.
What?
that.
Y Escalada Bolitza.
There you
There you
go.
go. We just need to ask the other guy
Yes,
to pronounce
It's at the Balearic Isles. So yeah, I was like, we have a tournament in Spain and then 2 tournaments in Spain that are in Isles, which is really cool. And then continuing in October, we have, and continuing the island tournaments, 19th of October in Sicily, Spain, Mesanto's running a tournament, 20 spots. It's my favorite part is that I know enough Italian to know that the store is called the Nerd Cave, which is I love it. It's very appropriate.
So good.
Also,
have you listed this as Sicily, Spain?
I did
No,
put
he
Sicily,
said-
Spain.
he said- Wait, what?
No,
did
it's
you?
Sicily, Italy.
Yes,
Okay.
Italy.
Listen, it was getting late when I was doing these last night. All right.
You're
I'll just
all
put it out.
islands to
So
Spain.
if you
Just after saying
hadn't,
your Italian is not that bad, I'm like, bro.
it's all right. Listen, you know what your neighbors say, right?
Look,
But yes, no.
it was owned by some of the Spanish countries way back when. He's only 700 years out of date.
It's fine.
So technically, everywhere is English.
Third?
Excuse me.
Go on. Next.
You big British nationalist over here.
No, I was gonna say there is a fun fact in all of this, because it's in Palermo, in Sicily, and the Greek name for the game of werewolf, or like, you know, in other places called like Mafia and stuff like that. But the classic game of like having everyone in a circle and you have like secret traders and stuff like that. We call that A Night in Palermo, and it was first out in 1982, I think. So yeah, here's your little fun fact for the day.
Shining Society
that
with
makes
Phylax.
sense. It is the home of the Cosa Nostra.
Well, there you go. But yeah, moving
OG
on.
Mafias.
Moving on. 26th of October in Minnesota. Dan's usual narrative / matched. You know, we call it
Minnesota,
narrative.
Spain.
Minnesota, Spain. Yes. But it's Spooky Cry, so it's Halloween. So yeah, 32 spots on that. Get in touch because like they're usually very well attended. And yeah, I'm expecting this to be another one of those. Yeah, we're narrative, and then all the lists are like super like tuned. So that's looking forward to that. And then like fan of the channel, Old Man from the Forest, is doing Pora to Pora 5 on the 15th of November in Warsaw. 20 spots. Again, all the details up in Warcry. Looking forward to covering that as well. And personal favorite, WorldCryUK recommended. Andy and Ollie are running on the 16th of November in Bristol. 32
Spain.
spots. Bristol, stop it. 32 spots. I'm going to be there. I'm trying to bully Badger into coming with.
It's not me, bully, it's my wife. Good luck.
Is that the challenge?
That's more, I think.
You should meet my wife. She's scary.
No, I think I'll pass. No offense.
Yeah, so I think you're already signed up to that, Anthony.
Yeah. I should be able to go to the other one.
Lovely.
Hopefully by then dwarves are gonna be back to normal.
Doesn't
Otherwise,
matter.
everyone is gonna have a bad time.
Doesn't matter. Deathbringer doesn't care. Deathbringer cuts through the dwarves in however.
Oh my god, Deathbringer! I have so many things to say about Deathbringer. No, don't start this. Don't. Let's keep moving. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a rant of 1 hour about Deathbringer.
We do not have it. Listen, we're gonna get to the end of this, and then I'm just gonna leave the stream open, and you can just go ahead.
Hey, that is how you
Yeah.
get canceled by YouTube for too many slur in 5 minutes.
I was going to say that. That's how you get your Twitch account banned rapidly.
Oh god, yeah, that's a good point.
Speedrun ban YouTube in 5 minutes.
Moving swiftly on. That's covering all the other indie events, but obviously the most important event is Lord of the 8 Points. 27th of September in London. Heavy kill skew on the pack. The pack is already out. I am planning to do some small adjustments. But yes. There's missions from Badger's first pack for round 1, and then a combination of missions from the Toad pack and some of the official ones for round 2 and 3. Limited spots left. We have a certain allocation. As I said before, if you if tickets are sold out, get in touch. We'll get you on a waiting list, and we'll try and get more tickets. But at the moment, tickets are limited, so get them sooner rather than later. And you can get them at lgtpresents.com for the tickets. You can also find it through the WorldCryUK website, because we always have stuff up there. And obviously, coverage will be on this channel, and all the pictures from the event will be on. There is a big chance that we might be streaming from the event, so I'm very excited about that. So yeah, get your tickets, and if you can't, keep an eye out, because we'll have the best coverage that we can get for you. And you'll be getting better. You'll be getting better trophies than these, but I wanted to put them on. I was going to take the images away, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to lose the. I don't want to lose the capture, but I think I can do this. Oh yes. Okay, so I haven't hidden anything, so we should be audible. But yeah, these are the kind of prizes you can expect at the Warcry tournament. Here's some wonderful pictures from the event. Everyone seems so happy. And we have pictures from the boards. That is really funny because, like, the top right was mine, and then everything else was Vangs's. And I was like, I don't have any pictures from the first day. Oh well, it's all videos, and it's all going to get released on the channel eventually. Eventually. Listen, editing sucks, right? And I am well behind, and I'm just pretending I'm not.
It is a full-time job to be editing, to be honest.
It's very true, yes. It requires a lot of perseverance.
One of the reasons why I've never pushed too hard on YouTube. I'm like, it's too much work. I don't have time for this.
Are you able to confirm if the audio is working, by the way?
No, because I haven't hidden anything. I've just changed the order in which we are.
I muted us, and I can't hear us. But...
Sorry? Oh, right.
I'm muted, and I can't hear us. But
no,
I don't know if that's
not again.
Let me check my phone and see whether it's just something to do with it being in the same.
Oh no, I can hear us. I can hear us. No, it's fine.
I can hear us as well. I can hear
us fine. Cool.
That's cool. Then it's just that I've caused some other problem with my computer.
That's fine. But yes, I was going to say these are the kind of boards you can expect from a Scotland event. If I get Vangs to come back and set them up for us, and then obviously these are just a small sample of the pictures from the warbands from the 2 days. At the very bottom, you have the best painted. You have Blades of Corn on the top right. You have a really nice. We went for a vertical one of the Slanesh demons, and you can see the Nurgle demons on the Nurgle Rotbringers on the bottom left. So yeah, just really, really cool stuff. Obviously, all of this, as with pictures from any of our events, are going to be on our website at WorldCryUK. /tournament-galleries. So now I will put this back in its place, bring us all back. And I'm going to start with saying thanks for watching. If you watch live or if you watch on VOD, thank you very much for your time. This is shorter than last time, but not by much. We still overshot it for about an hour. So,
well, once you cut out all the bits where we're muted and not,
that was 15 minutes. Not even actually.
If you can have all the bits where we actually trash talk.
Well, that's the most fun parts, actually.
If you're
I
cutting out
agree
the
with
slurs.
that. Wait, do you want to talk about Deathbringer?
No. Thank you very much. No. I just had like a little bit for like closing thoughts, and I just wanted to touch on community growth, and just to say that at the moment we have a little bit of space, especially with the next FAQ coming out whenever it comes with the dwarves. We have a little bit of space and a little bit of GW attention. And I think that if you love Warcry, let's be honest, if you found this channel, you have to love Warcry. Um, if you love Warcry and you've been looking for a time where it would be optimal to run a tournament or start a local group or get some learn to play sessions, this is the time. We're going to be having a lot of like a lot more than usual attention on our wonderful little game. So 100% try it if you want to run a tournament. Talk to people, get your community together, and 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 do it. It's the most fun I've ever had.
As a competitive player, I can say that it's the least competitive environment, as in like it's not too sweaty, it's not too beardy, people are lovely, you tend to just have a good time and roll nice dice. Like it's just yeah, when you come from like playing 40k one time to this, it's a very different world. It's way nicer and way more welcoming for new players.
I think a big part of it is as well that the what makes someone a good player of Warcry is less the strict memorization
Yeah.
of rules. It's less gotchas and less like rules humming and hawing, and it's a lot more about reading the game, about sequencing, about knowing when to pick your moment, and about strategy, and about the actual actions and playing of the game. And I think that's why a lot of people like kind of come into this game and find success, because he uses, if you've played AOS, if you've played 40k, you have that kind of knowledge, you have that kind of understanding of your timings and your sequencing, and it's really good to have a game where it's really easy to really flex those muscles.
Mhm.
And the list building is also just
I mean, the list building
really
is the
cool.
funniest part for me. When you
Yeah,
look
the
at
best.
all the games, you're like, yeah, I prefer the list building from Warcry. It's probably because we have some people are gonna say we have too many options, but also it just means you can make the cool list you want. You like this model, make a list about it. Who cares? If
I
you're there for the
think
fun, you're there for the fun.
Oh no,
It's-
my steak is too juicy. I've been using this phrase so much, and it's just so pertinent all the time. Like
Yeah.
too many options is not a bad thing.
It's
But yes,
also,
sorry, Badger.
I was gonna say, it's that sweet spot of having lots of options for list building, and that doesn't require you to always buy like an 80 quid vehicle or something. Like it's that you can pick up singles here and there and go, I've got a dumb idea. I'm gonna try this meme list, and it's not gonna cost me hundreds of pounds to do so.
Yeah, I got friends that basically spend their time on eBay just buying the models they want exactly for the list they're trying to build, and that's the end of the discussion.
Yeah.
I got all the friends than you that does
Uh,
that.
and
That's
it's
a lie.
also it's the game where you can be like, people ask you which faction you play, and you can be like, I got some of all of them.
Yeah, I don't want to talk
It's
about my addiction to plastic.
I think this closing thoughts is the best time.
yeah, I wish I kept
Also,
it to plastic and didn't watch
Anthony
the
missed the part where we talked about me getting another Deathbringer.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's an exalted one though, so it doesn't have the. It doesn't
So
have the.
about the Deathbringer.
No, mute. I mean, if you have closing thoughts that you wanna
No, I think
very
the game
succinct.
to be fair on community level, not on Deathbringer. I think that's a video on its own. The game had a massive peak at the mid of last year, where people were loving the game, and it was because we had won a world tournament. Like we are going 40, 45 for a game that
Yeah.
didn't have any FAQ. So we had like what? And one in January, one in February, something
Yeah.
like that. And we had like 40,
Uh,
45 attendance in
March, April, or
March, April.
February, March. Sorry.
February, March, there you go. So February, March, and we had like 40, 45, 46 people on those tournaments. And obviously Warhammer World has not done any tournaments yet, but we have a FAQ. So my guess is that even if the game slows down a bit, it's gonna pick up again. People are gonna remember the game is actually cool to play, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy it. And like, just play the game, just roll dice. Nobody cares. You don't need to go to tournaments, but it's cool to go to tournaments and meet new people and play against stuff you never play against. That's the main reason why I go to tournaments. I can play against stuff that none of my people, nor my locals have, and I'm like, hey, that's a cool list. I have an idea now.
I
Yeah.
want more monsters.
Oh no, I'm fine.
Hey,
Thanks.
look,
Oh.
I'm a big fan. I mean, the Danko
Yeah, you're gonna
Trogoth
bring
went
the
down
death to
100
the
points.
monsters.
I mean, yeah, I don't mind that, but that's what I love. Like now that you have, that's why I think it's such great design, because it gives you like a key to a lock. I know. Like I'm
No,
not gonna go. I'm not gonna go
no,
into it too much.
no,
I'm not gonna
no.
go into it
Let's
too much. I'm sure you'll do an article, but like,
And
yeah,
now
no,
that the Mutalith is only like 245 points, then
what? No, that's just that's just the
typo.
that's the fact that they completely messed up the
Yeah.
the editing. Yes, no, we don't. We
no,
don't
we don't talk
recognize
about
that.
that.
We don't talk about
We
that.
don't talk about this. No.
But at least, the only thing is that hopefully, and obviously nothing's like certain, but you at least hope that they're going to fix it on the next one, and the next one's not going to be 10 months away. I just
Give
think
us-
jinxed it, didn't I?
Yeah. Give us the Hellsmiths, you cowards.
Oh, no, I just cannot. I just cannot fathom a universe where we get FAQs and like additional stuff every few months. Like it boggles the mind after the amount of time that we've been just left alone.
Well,
So
let's see, because if they just do a health myth add-on and nothing else, that's not really a FAQ. That's not even. I mean, it's a FAQ, but it's not gonna balance the game.
that's true. But the Hellsmiths have an Underworld's Warband, and now we've got rules for the Underworld's Warband. So I am convinced that we're getting extras. We're getting at least the
Oh.
Underworld stuff.
Yeah, well, it depends when the Underworld stuff release, right? So we had the pre-order live last weekend. I definitely did order box, don't ask me. Or don't tell my
Well,
wife,
is
one of the
dwarf
two.
check.
Is dwarf check, yes, exactly. So we should receive it the 27th and 29th of September, and then we have the Underworld Warband that should arrive after that. I expect in October to be the 1 year anniversary from the release of Underworld 2. So let's see.
We'll see. No, I'm really excited about it. And yeah, I think that I think that was really interesting that we had 3 months of just non-stop tournaments. And that is partly my fault. And I will work to in the future spread them out a little bit. But I think that even with all of that, still getting like such consistent numbers is just great. And seeing like all the groups and all of that. And that's over a period of time where we haven't had a lot of the pre-FAQ. The groups were still kind of growing. And now we have next year where we're going to have again Tabletop Scotland. We're going to have again possibly UK Games Expo. We're going to have again Warcry and Norcry picking up, and stuff in Denmark and stuff in all different sides of Spain and Canada and all of that. And I'm just really happy to see it grow and move and get better. So
yeah, I just I just want another tournament at Warhammer World, right? That would be a very good like thumbs up.
I was hoping I would get like a Christmas one. That would be spot on. But I watched them do like a January, February, March. That would be funny.
They're like, oh sorry.
And then nothing for the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's forget guys. Sorry guys, we forgot we existed. Let's drop 3 tournaments in 3 months. Have a good day. Enjoy. Bye.
Also, they're all on a Monday.
Oh, why do you do this to me?
No, like, if I can be slightly mean for a second, right? Allow me this, chat. I keep seeing the Underworld tournaments, and they're sitting around 20 to 30, and I'm like, we can do better than that.
I mean, yeah,
Let us.
you have to realize that the weekend we had the Warcry tournament, I went to the Underworld tournament the day after, right? And we were 150, 100 something, 130 something, 150 something.
Yes, but that
And
was
now we
yes,
have 20 players.
on a
Talk
golden
about-
ticket event.
Yeah, so talk about churns where Warcry, we have no events, and when we have an event, we have more players than Underworld.
We're going up, and we don't even have product.
I mean, we don't need product. Nobody needs product for Warcry. That's a
That's the
fallacy.
problem.
Age of Sigmar is product.
I mean, have you seen the amount of Age of Sigmar model I own? I have my
Oh,
Warcry product.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I have Age of Sigmar models is because I play Warcry, nothing else.
100%.
I don't play Age of Sigmar. I don't care about this game.
I don't even know who that guy is.
It's the Big Daddy.
Oh, God. No. Everyone knows James. But yes,
James Sigma.
James.
James Sigmar.
Oh, goodness. Any closing thoughts from you, Badger?
It's time to go to bed.
Fair.
I'm gonna be up so early.
Any closing thoughts? Any quick closing thoughts from you, Anthony?
So, I would like to not so good.
Watch him put in a whole new slur.
for the Deathbringer, God. Oh,
About the Deathbringer.
I mean, okay. Give me a very quick rundown, because I'm. I just, you know what? We'll
Let's do Deathbringer stream.
We'll stop the stream, and then you'll tell me, and I'll just record it and release it as a separate
That's a hit
separate
tape.
episode.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Gotta cut out.
It's just
Oh,
a short
goodness.
of me of 2 minutes of talking about the Deathbringer.
Just
It's gonna be
beep.
great.
Just a constant tone of beeping. Oh goodness. Well, chat, if you made it all the way, thank you very much for watching.
What the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah.
That's not how you do an audience. But
If they've made it this way, they're already bought in.
go down in the go in the comments and tell us what made you go through all of this. But know that we appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one, which is probably going to be after LGT in a couple of weeks.
Let's go.
I don't know if we're going to have enough tournaments to cover, but if we don't, we might actually get the time down to sub 3 hours, maybe sub 2 hours. We might have to come up with talking points. Once again, my steak being too juicy, having too much content, and
Too much ADHD.
the tournament download being too long. I'm completely skipping that. I have just the right amount of ADHD. Thank you very much. But yes, thank you all for watching. I've been Lord Phylax,
I'm a badger.
and I was gonna say, actually, this is the point where you tell us what you do and where people can find your stuff, because people know where they can find the WorldCryUK stuff.
I mean, they're on there, right? So, hi everyone, I'm the dev of Warcry, the mobile app. So you just go on your App Store, on Apple or Apple or Google, and you just look for Warcry list builder, and that should be the only one on there. It's fully free, no ads, no in-app purchase, nothing. And any money made through affiliate links is basically used to pay the Star subscription, which is 80 quid a year. That's it.
A lot.
It's a lot of bloody money.
So see him in person, throw pennies at him.
Yes. Well, there is another way that you can help, and it's the Manda
Throwing
Square
pennies at
shop.
Yes, I also do my own Etsy shop on the side, trying to make like Warcry accessories and other wargame accessories I play for cheaper than what you see on Etsy usually. Like I have a whole box of like Trench Crusade token. Yes, I also play Trench Crusade. I should stop playing more games. It's like 93 tokens for like 12, or like I don't know, I can't remember how much, but like fairly cheap compared to the rest. So I'm trying to allow people to afford to play their hobby cheap because we already buy Games Workshop models, and it's already taking most of my budget. I don't want your budget to be taken by accessory stuff.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's music to my ears because I have a lot of ideas for tokens and stuff like that. So we'll be talking later. But I have one of your player dashes for your Warcry dice, and it's been getting a lot of use because I give it to whenever I do like a learn to play. I have one from Badger and one from you, so I just lay them down, and people gravitate to the one with the pretty colors. The black and the red is really really good. So yeah, tried and tested. Tried
Tested
and
and
tested.
approved. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
But yeah, awesome. I mean, all the links will be in the chat, in the description down below. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.